Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Episode 86 of the A-Listers is here. We're here to talk about obviously all things football related and with all the news, the Liverpool parade today. I just saw the video because of the guys in the chat. I was actually unaware of what happened, to be honest. You get me? I was unaware of what went on, but I saw some people in the chat and I just searched it on Twitter and I saw that just a sick individual doing that just makes no sense, to be honest with you. I hope everyone is safe who got hit like by the car. Obviously I hope everyone is safe. Hope everyone is okay. It was a horrible clip to watch. It's actually generally a horrible clip to watch. So yeah, big up to all of them involved. The parade obviously outside of that, unbelievable. The scenes were just incredible today. I've spoken to Tom, so I know Tom's okay. Trying to get a hold of the Coppish guys, see if they are okay. So yeah, joining us first and foremost, man, like Egal. How are you doing, Egal, mate?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Hope everyone's well. Appalling act of what's gone over there in Liverpool. I hope everyone's safe. Everyone we know hopefully is safe also. Everyone in general, hopefully they're safe. And those kind of things are just disgusting, man. I don't know what kind of mindset you have to be in to do something that crazy. Yeah. But yeah, let's try to on happier notes, let's try to talk about football. And yeah, man, life's precious, man. These people, anything can happen. You can be walking down the street and a crazy thing like that can happen. You just need to appreciate life and keep your loved ones close,
Joining us next, Chelsea make top 4. You get me? Achieved his target for the season. How you doing, Lewis, mate?
Couldn't be better, man. For the first time in months, I have relative peace of mind. And we're about to get the icing on the top of the cake. When I collect my third UCL blood up the fucking Chelsea. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. I do want to say as well, fuck whoever that guy was who was involved in that horrific incident at Liverpool. Hope everybody's loved ones are safe in all seriousness. And yeah, everybody stay safe. Up the Chelsea. Up the fucking Chelsea. Let's go, guys.
Joining us next, third place finish. No trophies this season. You get me? Crystal Palace first trophy of the year. Against them, first trophy ever. Against them. So yeah, City did make top 4 though, which calls for celebrations now in the City part of the world. How doing, Vator, mate?
I'm very good. This is not a moment for me to point score with regards to how fans treat each other during parades and celebrations, but hopefully everyone's safe and kind of police your own, man. Let's stop the nonsense. With regards to the season, hey, I think the worst nightmare for many rivals. They didn't want us. They didn't want us in Europe. The fact that we finished third speaks a lot. The fact that
we
City
made it out the hood,
third. We did it.
Come on, G.
The fact that City finished third, 3 points off, and the terrible form that we had all season speaks to how poor this season was. But credit to obviously the champions. And we got to fix up for next season. So we'll talk about it.
Vator, you want views on this watch pack?
That's you. Do 2 for me.
I knew this was coming today. I knew this was coming, you shameless prick. Anyway, joining us next on the channel.
Well, man.
I do. I just knew it. I anticipated it today. 15th place finish. There's a moment, and I've spoken about it on 3 straight shows, and I will mention it again. There was a moment that I never thought I'm going to get my whole life, but something happened yesterday. I was watching beIN Sports, and Amarim was giving speech. If anyone can overcome this, it's us. We are the club to overcome this 15th place finish. And then the camera panned out to Anfield as we're lifting the Premier League trophy.
No, fuck off, man.
They went straight from 15th place Amarim apologizing to the fans to Liverpool lifting Premier League.
That's 100% a Liverpool fan in the producing deck.
Bro, if
100.
someone told me this like 15 years ago, Lewis, I'd have laughed in their face, but it was actual reality, bro. It was actually bad. Whoever the director is, I love you. Anyway, he has Matthew Cunha now. So rest in peace to Matthew Cunha career. How you doing, Shik, mate?
Yeah, big up to everyone, man. Yeah, before we get into all that type of stuff, same thing. Prayers out to everyone in Liverpool, man. Like that's some real sickening stuff that we're seeing. And if you have anybody in the chat who has people out there, definitely check in on them. You know, call everyone, see if everyone's okay. Because yeah, man, this is not the way to go. This is just terrible, bro. I'm actually lost of words. I feel terrible, to be honest, just seeing that right before the stream. So big up to everyone, and yeah, man, like prayers out to everyone in Liverpool, bro. Seriously, like genuinely.
100%. Big up to Ed who says prayers up to the victim of the car incident at the parade. Yes, I'm just waiting for some official news because I don't know like what exactly happened to the people hit by the car. I hope they're all safe and I hope we don't have like any you know, like bad news to hear from this car situation. Big up to David who says big up everyone was at the parade. It was an amazing experience. Like and subscribe is what David's saying. Appreciate you, David. Thank you so much, my brother. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Big up to Vator says, my thoughts with the people hitting the parade, you never walk alone. 100% to Vator. Listen, everyone on the panel echoes that statement. This is something bigger than football, of course. This has nothing to do with football. This is just a humanitarian thing. And we're all good human beings, you know. So big up to all of you guys, man. And appreciate everyone as well. Do keep us updated in case like you do see some information. I'm kind of refreshing, trying to message a couple of people as well who was there, trying to check up on them. So
just see that he's been arrested, but they haven't given any numbers or nothing.
Yeah, because the car wasn't going quick, so they stopped it, and the guy comes out of it, and there's like police officers rushing the scene. So he's obviously been arrested right now. But we hope the people that were hit by the car is actually good. So yeah. Anyway, big up everyone locked in. Please do hit the like button, do subscribe. Let's just wait for official news on this, and we'll see what we say about it. Big up everyone locked in. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And let's just start by talking about, I do feel like for the first time in like forever, by the way, just quickly, Daniel, I don't know if you heard my message yesterday. I know you like to banter Ray and stuff, but there's no need for a 24-hour timeout just because you said Inter bottled it. Like Inter did bottle it, my brother. You need to chill out on the timeout button. My man muted Ray for 24 hours because he said Inter bottled Serie A. They did bottle Serie A. That's not
next time that happens, just hit them with a 10-second and it overrides it.
But I don't know how to do that.
Or banning
can you get like the live streaming thing up?
Inter bottled 3 trophies already. They could bottle the Champions League too.
Okay, I have it open. So what should I do?
So like you got the live streaming thing on YouTube Studio?
Yeah. I'm
so like if someone gets hit with a 24-hour, you go to where they've been timed out and you time them out for 10 seconds and it overrides it.
Is it on the phone or is it here?
No, it has to be
in the comments. In the comments. If someone gets timed out in the comments, you go in as like your main account and then hit them with a 10-second. And then it'll only give them a 10-second timeout. It overrides the 24-hour.
I don't think you can do it on your phone. You'd have to do it on the YouTube Studio.
On the laptop.
Yeah, I think so. Because like I timed out one of Lee Gunner's mods once by accident for like 24 hours and he managed to override it.
17 people receiving medical attention. We hope they're all good, man. We hope they're all good. I'm going to be checking up on the news, refreshing as the guys are speaking. I could try on you. Okay, here. I will give you timeout 24 hours. I just timed you out for 24 hours. Now I will click you again.
And do 10 seconds.
Timeout, 10 seconds. Now see if you can comment after 10 seconds.
Right,
anyway,
cool.
Chelsea. First time we're going to start with Chelsea. You get me? Lewis, top 4, Champions League football. Obviously, massive final as well to come this Wednesday. What are your thoughts on the situation right now?
Just very happy that we've actually made it here because we should have done it ages ago. I won't front. Like, we did take the scenic route and make it very difficult for us for no reason. But that's why it would have been even more painful if we didn't get it. Because I'd look at so many games and think, you really fucked up this game and this game. Love that. Perfect. I really fucked up the Ipswich games and games like Everton, games like Crystal Palace, both home and away, and all of that crap. But it was just nice to see us like show some resiliency and also fight back against a lot of criticism that the squad and the managers had since game week 1. Everybody looked at that run-in. not just in April when we weren't looking as good, even at the start of the season, the start of the campaign, everyone was already writing off Chelsea, saying we're finishing 6th, we're finishing 8th. Barely anyone had us in for top 4. And then 3 months in, they tried to say we're in a title race, for fuck's sake. It's like just anything to have something to drag Chelsea down with. But we all looked at that run-in. Liverpool at home, Forest away, Newcastle away, the bogey team, Manchester United. All of those sorts of games we looked at. Even Everton at home against the terrible low block and everything. And we said Chelsea were finished. Even after we drew 2-2 with Ipswich, even I thought like, yo, it's going to take a lot for us to get ourselves back up. But they did it. They showed the mentality, they showed the resolve. And I think that's something that I could hopefully see continue to grow in them in the next couple of seasons. We just went to a ground that I don't think anybody in this panel has won in. And we went there and we not only won, but we also kept a clean sheet in the process. Against a Nottingham Forest side who had all of their fans up for it, all of their fans ready for what would have been the biggest Premier League home game or just game of their entire Premier League history. And we went in with a game plan and it worked to perfection. We gave them the ball. Like, we had a little bit of pressing from the front line, but that was about it. The midfield was dropping back. The defense was dropping back. We were playing an offside trap in the 18-yard blocks, which was working perfectly. Forest kept getting caught offside, and Chris Wood didn't really have a lot to deal with, bar like 2 chances that he honestly fumbled, and the rest was just him being handled by Tosin and Colwill. I've got to give our backline credit as well, because I've said all season, none of these centre-backs stand out to me. None of them I would really call world-class. Our best centre-back is the injury-prone one in Fofana. Levi Colwill, the way this brother has stepped up in this run-in, he's gone from a boy to a man. Defensively, he's got so much better. His decision-making, his temperament, all of it is improved. Tosin, just looking like a solid squad player. We bring him in when we're playing teams with more of an aerial threat, and he works against those sorts of teams. Absolutely bullied Chris Wood in the air. Absolutely bullied him. Reece James, the way that we've utilised him this season. Oh, why are we throwing him into the Conference League and not playing him in the Premier League? Because it's called load management. And we're playing him in the games where we're playing with 30, 50% intensity. All to slowly build him up to games like this against Nottingham Forest, where he locked down the right-hand side. The midfield, I thought they were okay. I thought we got a bit better in the second half. First half, I thought Caicedo and Enzo both had their sloppier moments. But the first half, our only real problem was like the wingers. And I think again comes down to us just not having a striker in the middle, because Neto was just getting bullied anytime he tried to step out. All they did was just threw him off the ball, just like that. Sancho did way too much, like kept slowing down the play. Noni kept slowing down the play, although I'd argue he was better than Sancho in that game. But that was our main problem. It again went down to the final third. So shout out to Levi Colwill for getting what was a bit of a scrappy goal. But we've had a bit of a scrappy season. So fuck it. That goal probably signifies our entire campaign. We just got there. It was a little bit scrappy. It weren't clean or nothing, but I'm going to take the 1-0 and run with it. Then we went more defensive. They started taking off midfielders, bringing on wingers. We took off wingers. We brought on midfielders. We brought on Lavia. We brought in Gusto. We solidified the defense, and we just saw the game out. That was a well-managed game by Enzo Maresca, and it's been a well-managed run by the entire Chelsea team. The only game that we lost was Newcastle away, and we still outplayed them. We were still the better team than them. It was just going down to 10 men fucked us. So, like, I'm really happy that we've pulled this through, and I'm really happy that we've got ourselves back in the Champions League. And I know people are going to say as well, like, why are you celebrating being in the Champions League? Is this what you mocked other clubs for? First off, this is our first year, whereas those other clubs would have been in the Champions League for numerous years and celebrated fourth. It's completely different. And also, we've literally had to deal with a forced takeover and watched our own government force Abramovich out the club and try to kill our club. Stopped fans buying tickets, shut down our store, froze down all of our assets, forced us to give 2 of our 3 best defenders away for free. We had to go for a mad rebuild in the space of 18 months. This is the first proper step forward since Clear Lake have taken over, where it's like we are starting to get back to where Chelsea should be. In the top 4, And hopefully next season contending for league titles as well, because that's the next step. I don't want us to be in the top 4 race this season. Been there, done that now. I need us to go for the league title. And now we have the money, we have the resources, we have the sponsorship money that we're going to get now. No excuses for you not to strengthen this team. I'm going to be fucking infuriated if we don't get a proper striker and I don't go into next season with an improved squad. But it's good that we've got to this point at least. So shout out to Maresca. Shout out to the team. We got top 4 with Sanchez in goal. No centre-backs that anybody rates. A striker who checked out in January, and our best player has had 1 open play goal in 2025. Big up Maresca. Now let's go next season and let's go for the title because I want us to contend. If the window isn't good enough, I'm going to be infuriated. But this is the first step forward. And yeah, that's me. That's me on Chelsea.
Let me say this real quick.
Oh, wait, 1 sec. Fuck Pochettino. 1 game a week, you couldn't even get 5th, you fuck. Oh, good.
Damn. Well, that kind of actually leads into what I was going to ask you, my fellow blue brother. The comments or how your manager addressed the criticisms. You fully on board? You back them? You're like, absolutely. What's your take on that?
Brilliant. I love it. Bit of character, a bit of a clapback. And you know what I like the most? He didn't wait until just any old victory to do that shit. He waited till top 4 was confirmed. We waited until we achieved our target and then said, everyone said we weren't going to do this. Everyone said we were going to lose at Forest and then Villa was going to beat United. Everybody said this and that and the other. And then he nicely told them to go fuck themselves. I love that. My fucking gaffer. That's the sort of mentality and character that I want to see. Talk about Chelsea, you better be correct. And a lot of people were wrong. It is what it is.
Egal, are you feeling like those comments from the manager was directed at you?
No, I actually was one of the people who last year said I could see Chelsea making a jump next season. I was on numerous times this season. Maybe I bantered Chelsea, but Lewis can tell you I was not going hard on Chelsea this season like I was in the past.
Yeah, you were more focused on ownership.
I was saying Chelsea this season.
Although you did say Spurs had a better starting 11 than us, and I mean,
no, but that was before you went and signed a bunch of players. Let's be honest, that was way back then. Going into the season, I had you ahead of Man United. I had you ahead of Spurs. I had you in the top 5. I thought you guys were gonna shake it, be a little more shaky to end the season, but fair play. Win 5 out of your last 6. Enzo Maresca, proving a lot of doubters wrong. Your team is a very young team. You fully deserve to celebrate, by the way. The reason why people are calling you guys hypocrites is because same way when you criticize other people for saying one thing and then doing another thing, your fan base did that with this. Your fan base is the first one to tell other fan bases why are they celebrating is tin pot and to do the way you guys are celebrating. I get it. The logic, Lewis, it's not coming from me, but I'm just telling you, it is very hypocritical from guys like you, Matisse, who say we don't celebrate top 4. And then to see your whole team celebrating top 4 the way that they did. I get it, but at the same time,
only because they've done it the first time. This will be the only time I'm celebrating.
Some of them are going to the Champions League. Why can't they celebrate? Yeah, why can't they celebrate?
Yeah, for a lot of those players, it's going to be the first time that they
stop. I don't want anyone to sit here and say I'm policing celebrations. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying,
we never said you were policing.
I'm saying to the Chelsea fans, who were super critical to Arsenal, to anybody else who are over celebrating. Now, you guys deserve to celebrate, but don't go and throw stones at other people when you live in glass houses.
But here's the thing. Wait, because our difference was, I said it earlier too, we usually criticized Arsenal for doing that back in the day when it was Arsene Wenger and you'd always get 4th and you'd always get 4th and you'd always get 4th. But that was you always getting 4th and not progressing. Lewis. We've just got 4th. I won't celebrate it like this next season. I don't think any Chelsea fan will.
Lewis. How many times have you said to me we don't celebrate top 4? We're not Arsenal.
Because that was in the Roman era when all we did was just win trophies on repeat. We're trying to get back to that period. We're trying to get back to that mentality and that era.
Even in the last couple of years when you weren't getting top 4, you still stood by that remark. Don't lie. Don't change.
In the Roman era.
No, even now, since Todd Bowley's taken over, you still said if we don't get top 4, it is what it is, but we're not going to celebrate it when we do.
No. We're saying it's not a trophy. We're saying it's not a trophy.
All
But
right.
it's progress.
You're
I'm celebrating the
rephrasing it.
progress.
You're rephrasing it in whichever way you want. Honestly, I think you deserve to celebrate. Don't let anybody take that away from you. I just think there is logic behind the people who are criticizing you guys, because you guys are the first ones to jump at Arsenal, jump at other teams for celebrating. I remember you guys doing the same thing to Liverpool when they got top four, when Alisson scored the header. I've seen it, and I'm just saying.
I don't remember doing that.
I'm just saying, I've seen it happen to other clubs where they get overly criticized for getting top four and celebrating. Nobody should be criticizing Chelsea. They fully deserve it. 2 years.
I'm just going to say that
Where they-
will be so much more accurate if we're in the same position next season and then Chelsea fans do it. Then that's a million times more. I don't think it is now.
Hey, you know me. I think you guys deserve to celebrate. I think you guys.
You're on mute.
You're on mute or something.
Let me just say something based off of what Egal just said. First of all, big up everyone who just joined us from the terrace. We got 1,200 people locked in. Do like the video, do subscribe. So, chat. I have to say this. First of all, Egal and Lewis are both right. 100% Chelsea fans said this to the Arsenal fans. It is true. We cannot deny it. Like, even if it was back in a
We
different
did,
era,
but it was only
happened.
when it was continuously top four.
Bro, even this year, Matisse
It
was
still
saying,
happened. Like, it still happened. However, I
I'm
have
not
to
saying
say
it
this.
didn't, though.
I have to say this. Maresca has done a fantastic job. He has done what is expected of him this season, which is get top 5, and he's gone ahead and he's achieved his objective. He's achieved his objective. He's done really well in the Premier League, and he's gotten Chelsea back to the Champions League, which I think, obviously, from a content perspective, we can all be serious and say it's way better to have Chelsea in the Champions League than have fucking Forest, because ain't no one trying to
Heritage, mate.
Listen, no one trying to do Forest versus Storm Graz watch along, with all due respect. Like,
I'll be real, you know what, Forest, they'd be better off with the Conference League. They might win it.
Yeah,
win
exactly,
it.
bro. Come on, man. Like, you get what I'm saying. Like, imagine having to sit there and do like Forest versus like, I'm not trying to see that. I think
be
Aston
so
Villa is the
furious.
club that got robbed, though. That has nothing to do with Chelsea. Villa and Newcastle. Like, I understand why Villa are furious. Newcastle actually lost to Everton, which I predicted that they will lose. And then
I can't believe it.
now you guys
Villa
care
gets
about
robbed.
refereeing decisions. Get out of here.
Villa get robbed. By the way.
I knew this was gonna be said.
Now you
I
guys
knew it.
care about
I
refereeing
knew
decisions.
this was gonna be said.
Now we talk about
I
robberies.
was waiting actually to see what I got.
I don't want to hear it. Keep consistent throughout the entirety of the season. There's been numerous teams got robbed. Chelsea got robbed versus Ipswich. We've got robbed numerous times. We've seen Man City even this year get situations that have hurt them.
We got
Manchester
robbed
United-
versus Everton.
Manchester United versus West Ham, that was never a penalty. And guess what? Nobody says shit. The final day of the season, oh my God, Aston Villa, fuck off.
Guess what? Well, guess what? Always is the thing.
Unai Emery, and that whole Emi Martinez, and all of those guys, you guys bottled it. Nottingham Forest, the same thing. They bottled it. You can't sit here and say, oh, it's down to the referees. The final day of the season. Fuck off. You guys are crybabies. Now you want to talk about referees. When it benefits you.
No, I can't lie. Let him cook.
When it doesn't benefit you, you don't want to talk about it. When it doesn't benefit, when it doesn't affect your team, you don't want to talk about it. But now all of a sudden they want to call the PGMOL. You want to know something? There's going to be ramifications. Aston Villa, best believe next year you're going to be targeted by the PGMOL for talking out about them. Best believe you start yapping about the referees, they're going to make an example out of you. And you know something? All of you guys talking about Arsenal, I need to shut my fucking mouth because the PGMOL and the Premier League are after me. So I need to relax because they literally.
I pick up the PGMOL. I always rated you, man.
Bro, why are you bantering? I'm dead serious. They try to shut down my Twitter account. They try to shut down my YouTube account. These guys are serious. They're going after content creators that criticize the Premier League to the point where they're trying to copyright them for images that are still.
You got any evidence?
I can show you the email right now.
Yeah,
wait, so they contacted you to take off posts or like what?
No, I can show you right now.
Mad.
Dead serious. I'm not bantering.
No, look, I just want to
about like Villa and Forest. I'm with you. They didn't get.
Can I just finish what I want to say, please? Because Egal just had an unnecessary hissy fit.
You bring up refs and
unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Listen,
Arsenal
did not.
Man,
is this unnecessary? Is this unnecessary?
That's not.
Is this unnecessary?
Wait, what?
The Premier League is the governing body of the Premier League competition. In that capacity, the Premier League is mandated by its members, football clubs, to control and license audio visual rights
displaying or offering the Premier League's copyrighted protected audio. Oh, fucking hell, mate.
Oh,
Yo, I got the
shit.
same thing
I
from La
can't lie,
Liga
Egal,
years ago when they took
They
down
are
my
actually
account.
after you. They are actually after
Oh,
you.
Ah,
They
he's
are actually
cooking.
after you.
He's cooking.
Bro,
I got
they
the
did
same
they did
email
same
from La
thing.
Liga when
They
they
did the
banned
same
my Twitter
thing.
account
They
in
did the same thing
2021.
to Terry. They did the same thing to other people too. It's not just me. They're trying to come after content creators for criticizing the referees, and they're saying we're using their content unfair use. And even though it's a still image, even though I'm stitching another person's account, they don't care.
Okay,
He's
here's
not wrong. That's happened to me.
No, I'm
Same
actually
thing's
with
happened
yeah,
to me.
I'm with
Like,
the guy
yo,
on this.
I don't think he's lying.
Lewis, you're
I don't
missing
think he's
it.
lying.
Egal is basically trying to say that P. Jamal is the reason why Arsenal lost the league. So let's just escape. Egal, let me
You're
talk.
on
I
mute,
beg you.
you're
Can
on
I
mute,
prop?
you're on mute,
Can I
you're on
just
mute.
prop Chelsea? Can I just prop Chelsea?
Yeah,
Egal,
can I speak
because they
Oh,
deserve
yeah,
it.
everyone shush, everyone shush.
Yeah, I was just trying to prop Chelsea because I was wrong on them. Fucking hell, I have to be a man and apologize for when I'm wrong. You get me? You think I'm Wolfie? Anyway, back to the topic. So anyway, yeah, Wolfie's the only one who never admits when he got something wrong, ever. He'll always gaslight you to smithereens. So anyway, when it comes to this conversation right here, listen, Chelsea did a phenomenal job. I think they deserve to be in the top 4. Overall, the season, other than probably, there's no other actually. I think they've been the most consistent top 4 side. I know they've had a really difficult run, which is why I see like why Chelsea need a striker, obviously, and a forward line player. Yesterday, I asked a couple of Chelsea fans, I'm like, guys, you get a winger with no technique at all who can score 15 goals, or a winger with tech and 5 goals. Everyone's like 15 goals, 15 goals, 15 goals. So everyone's now just like on the goal train. Like everyone just need goals in this team.
Yeah,
and I understand why.
Man.
Yeah, and you could tell one thing. I will give credit to Lewis, which he did say. He was like, okay, so even if you say that Pochettino did better from a forward line perspective, Maresca has the defense taught in a much better way. So like defensively, you could tell with the wins that they've had, like the 1-0 wins, you know, the wins that are close, you could tell that they've got a solid defensive structure, you know, where if Nottingham Forest are doing set pieces, if they are doing blah, 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 they can defend against that, which is a positive for Chelsea. And listen, at the end of the day, we can't be hypocrites. I'm not going to sit up here and go like, oh, Chelsea spent 1.5 billion. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Chelsea got top 4. They deserve top 4. And, you know, this is the problem. See, a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. Yesterday, I sent the truth to the channel. I said I'll dye my hair blue if Chelsea win the league. Who's the league champion, Habibi? Liverpool Football Club. Sit on the floor. You get me? You're listening to Prime.
Prime word. No, it weren't even Prime. Someone put a comment on Terry's reaction. You know, the live stream.
Yeah, and everyone clipped up the comment like I said it, like they believe.
Yeah, and that's what I got. I got that like 4 different times.
Yeah, I got that as well. I'm like, okay, so where's the proof that I actually said it? Like, does anyone actually have me saying if Chelsea?
That's what I was asking Prime for, because he's like the clip king. He's got like thousands of them.
Yeah, it ain't. I never said that though. I really never said that. I said if they win the league, because at the start when people were saying like Chelsea are on the title, I'm like, yeah, if they win the league, I'd do that.
I was fuming though. I was gonna run Blue Sam gimmicks and everything.
I have to give credit to a certain player. I'm gonna give credit to one Chelsea player above everyone. And this is just my opinion at the end of the day. People can disagree in the chat, no problem. I think Chelsea's most improved, and I have an unpopular opinion, best player this season has been Enzo Fernandez. I think this guy has risen to and played at an unbelievable level this year. I think he's been absolutely elite. I know people in the chat would say Caicedo, blah, blah, blah. I think Caicedo's elite as well. So I think they're both elite. But I just think Enzo, based off of like how he played last year compared to this year, is just next level. Like you could just tell he's dictating games. He's controlling games. You could tell he's becoming like a complete version of a midfielder, you know, which is very important. His passing is showing now. Everything, all his abilities are cooking. And I think, in my opinion, I think Chelsea's 3 best players this season, and I might be wrong. Once again, everyone here has a different opinion. I think Chelsea's 3 best players are Enzo, Caicedo, and the player that Mo hates the most for no reason whatsoever, Cucurella. I actually think these 3 have probably been like, given expectations and performances, these 3 have been like the top 3 in my opinion. Yeah. Cucurella was so clutch for Chelsea this season with so many important goals. He's a left back. This is not supposed to happen from a left back, but he scored so many goals. Chelsea got top 4. They deserve it.
Nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I'm with you as well on Enzo being most improved. The amount of ground that Cucurella covers is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's doing left back, then left attacking mid, and then he's box crashing as well. Then he has to get back as well for a counter attack. It's nuts. I'd have Enzo down as most improved too by a mile.
Hussam,
Would you agree with my three without order?
Yeah. Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo, and like everybody else shouldn't even turn up to Player of the Year awards.
Hussam, did you change your stance on the Pochettino take? Because I did.
I believe that even if they kept Poch, they would have gotten top 4. I think that. But I still don't deny the job that Maresca's done. But by the way, I have the same logic for my own club. People just get mad for no reason. I think if we kept Klopp this season, we'd have won the league as well. 100%. 100%.
That's a new one. I ain't heard that one.
That's not even like a bad thing.
That's a bad
terrible
thing.
Isn't that kind of discrediting Arne Slot's work?
That's a terrible.
I will never discredit Arne Slot's work. This is Arne Slot's league title, 100%. He deserves it. He's been the best manager in the league this year. And
I think the better question is, do you win it as emphatically with Klopp?
Does Salah have the season he has with Klopp?
No.
Yeah, you see, that's where things change. Yeah,
I do.
But however,
but that's a
listen,
very big thing,
you give up a little bit and you exchange it for something else. I'll tell you an example. Player like Jota was so much better under Klopp. Not everyone improved, by the way. Some people changed worse under new manager. Like Jota became significantly worse under Slot than he was with.
True, but like now Salah's
Gravenberch definitely wouldn't have had this season. 100%.
That's why you're not winning the league.
Forget about Salah. Without Gravenberch.
Maybe Trent.
But anyway, Klopp left behind a good team.
He did.
No, but that's why I hear your argument. You're saying if Klopp's there, you win the league, but probably by a couple points, not by like 10, 15.
Yeah. But we would win.
Did he inherit it?
No, because City still fall off, and then it becomes Liverpool v Arsenal.
You just said that. You just said, one second. He just said Klopp left a good team. So did Arne Slot inherit a world-class squad? What are you saying?
So you've just used a translator never ever known to mankind. You just translated good team to world-class squad. Where do you come? Who told you this?
No, because Hussam, you're basically saying, Hussam, for you to say, what you've just done is discredit Arne Slot's league title.
Yeah, he tried to, but we caught him.
I don't think he did.
Sorry, chat, I just killed a mosquito. I was not talking to Egal.
I don't think he did. I think he was just basically talking about how if Klopp, maybe they could have won the league title with Klopp. Maybe not in the same fashion, though.
No. Shik,
definitely not in the same fashion.
Yeah, definitely not in the same fashion.
I don't think you realized it when you said it, but it's not a brag to Klopp that he would have won the league. I think you're discrediting your manager and the team.
No, I'm not discrediting Slot at all. I think Slot is manager of the year.
No, he's trying to prop up Klopp is what he's trying to do.
But to say Klopp would have won it.
Prop up Klopp. I'll tell you why I prop up Klopp, Vator. History. United after Ferguson, Arsenal after Wenger, Chelsea after Mourinho the first time. Yeah. Bro, usually when historic managers leaves, clubs goes to shit. So the fact that like Slot didn't go to shit, of course I have to go to the person who built it up. 100%.
Yeah, no, he left Slot with a good, not world class.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're not going to do, now you love to do this. We're not going to do if Klopp remained here after saying that he was tired, after having the season of falling off from leading the league last year, to then say if he stayed here another year, he would have won it. I really believe this. No, he wouldn't.
I do believe it this season. I do. I have a right to believe it. Like Klopp has won league before.
He's won the league before, but he's also finished behind Arteta 2 leagues in a row before he left. So we're not then going to skip all of that.
Yeah, but Vator, you forgot the reason why Arsenal finished this slow is unprecedented circumstances.
only 10 points. Only 10 points. Only 10 points.
That's good. That was good.
That's the best Uno reverse card I've ever played on this channel. Ever. I just Uno reversed it. It's just like it's not even anything. It's the unprecedented circumstances, you know.
Hey,
but anyway, listen, I'm a man of my word, guys. Well
done,
Enzo Maresca. Well done to Chelsea. You deserve top 4. Where you finish in the league, you deserve it. They've done a fantastic job this season. They deserve top 4. Well done to Newcastle as well. Villa got robbed, you get me, and City of course also make the Champions League. So you wanna know what's the funniest thing about all this? Yesterday I'm just sat there in peace. Abdi has sent me a message. He's like, "Did you see who just got kicked out of pot 1?" I'm like, "What?" I look, and he's like, "Chelsea are now in pot 1 and Arsenal are in pot 2." I'm like, "There is no way this is real." And then I checked it. It was actually real. It was actually like
edited.
I don't really mind because we're in pot 2 last year, and where did we finish? We finished third in the group league phase.
Yeah,
So I'm not too
I don't
bothered.
pay no attention to that stuff.
You know what that means?
Yeah, it actually don't mean that much.
You don't-
It don't mean anything at all. To be
You know
honest,
what that
Of course
means,
you
right?
don't pay any attention.
Like, look
Sheik.
at-
Why would you?
like, no, I'm just saying, like, that type of stuff doesn't matter. Even if we were in the competition, that type of stuff doesn't
The
matter.
question is, Sheik, are you gonna watch the Europa League or Conference League now that you're not in it?
Am I gonna watch the Europa League or Conference League now that I'm not in it? Why? Why would I watch it?
Fair play.
Yeah, why would I watch it? I don't watch my own club at times. You want me to watch Europa League and Conference League? What? Now, but can I just say, like, quickly about Chelsea, a couple things. I
Yeah, go
disagree
on.
with the Enzo
Go on.
Fernandez thing. I still think Chelsea's best midfield is without Enzo Fernandez. I genuinely still think that. I think Palmer in the 10, Lavia and Caicedo, for me, just personally, just as what I rate and how I see the game, I think Enzo doesn't have a spot in that team. And I think if there's other players that they go out there and sign, depending on who they do sign, then definitely I don't think Enzo fits. But I mean, it's whatever. He's getting linked to Real Madrid, all those things that I heard about. Could be one of those situations where you cash in on him and you go in and get other players, because now you're looking at a Chelsea who are in the top 4. They're going to attract better players because they're playing Champions League. So there's also, I think, a level up in terms of this whole process that now they've actually, they're on the trajectory of evolving as a club. I said this at the start of the season. I thought they were going to make top 4. I thought they could have made top 4 last season, and it was down to Poch. They definitely had the squad to make top 4, and the way that they kind of like capitulated, well, more so not capitulated actually, the more so how they started off the season, because this season was the complete opposite. A lot of people thought Maresca would capitulate towards the end of the season, but he didn't. And I remember I was questioning Chelsea on those last run of games of how are they going to do, and it's a tough run of games. But look, they beat some of the big teams. They beat us, which I wasn't really surprised about. They beat Forest, beat Liverpool, even though Liverpool were on vacation or whatever. But they got the job done, and it's really that. I had no doubt on Chelsea making top 4 this season, and they've done it. And the questions were top 5 and all of those type of things. But look, if people are saying that they shouldn't be happy about getting top 4, this is what their objective was at the start of the season: get top 4.
Yeah, I
win
don't
the
like that.
Conference League.
Listen, you
Yeah,
achieve
like,
your
yeah,
objective.
you
You've
your-
done well.
And
End of.
look, and they've achieved, I would say, like half of their objective currently, because I know some of them still expect Maresca to win that Conference League just based off of the competition and who Chelsea are as a club too. But look, you can't.
But now if they
You can't
don't,
stay here and
there
you can't
will
stay here
not
and
be a
police it,
meltdown.
because but I think if they don't win the Conference League and they do still get top 4, I think fans do have the right to criticize the manager in that scenario, because again, it's down to objectives. It's the Conference League. Everyone said that they're going to win the Conference League at the start of the season based off of just the teams that are in there. And if you do end up losing, then yeah, I mean there should be a little bit of criticism towards the manager for not winning the trophy like that. But
Chelsea could
regardless-
lose the Conference League. They've still had a good season, because the reality
I
is,
agree.
yeah.
because the reality
true.
situation is, what is going to cause more detriment to their future as a club? Them not getting Champions League or them not winning the Conference League? The reality is them not getting Champions League football causes more detriment to the squad development for next season, the financial situation, their shirt sponsor, so many different things it affects as a club. So off the pitch, obviously trophies matter. Everyone's going to say trophy is the number one thing. But in this situation, it's the Conference League trophy or top 4. Really and truly, I think Chelsea as a football club, as an institution, would rather get Champions League football next
And
season.
you saw what it meant to
Yeah,
the
the
players.
standards is at the end of the day too.
I
like,
only
you
want the
respect your team.
Conference League just to say I've won everything. That's it.
Yeah, and you want
And
the-
also,
you want the
given what
Conference-
Arsenal fans have been saying on this platform, if Chelsea win the Conference League, they've had a better season than Arsenal. Why? Because they're not 17th.
Yeah,
They're
And we
fourth.
won it all.
I don't disagree with that. They won a trophy. They're in the top. They're in the Champions League spots. That's why Man City losing to what do you call it? Newcastle. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. They can't say that. Newcastle have had a better season than us also. But one thing I will say, we're still the better team.
Arsenal have had a better season than City, by the way. That's not an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I
They-
think
They finished higher than us.
Yeah,
But the
because City lost to Palace as well. Not
Yeah, but I'm
PSG.
saying Newcastle technically had a better season because they won a trophy and they finished.
No,
Champions League.
Newcastle is not technically, because they got Champions League qualification and the trophy.
and the
So
trophy.
it's not technical. I think that one is very objective.
the
I think
only-
the
Listen,
Spurs
I
one.
think Spurs. I think Spurs.
You
had a
know,
better
Saad
season
broke
than
it down
Arsenal.
yesterday. He
really
was like, listen, the way that Spurs have operated finishing 17th, but khalas, we'll get to that when we get to that anyway. So big up to everyone locked in. Let me just get through these super chats before we move on.
Where's Jacob, man? He won a trophy. He doesn't-
Jacob has a family emergency, unfortunately. He can't be here today. Big up
Hopefully
to
everything's
him.
okay. Yeah,
big
hopefully
up,
everything's
big up
okay.
to him.
Jacob.
Also, I'm trying to reach out to like Callum and stuff, see if they're safe. Trying to reach out to the Kopish boys and to Tom. So I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, and Hussam, sorry, before you do the super chat, I just disagree with you guys trying to say, or Egal trying to say, losing the Conference League doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It does when you do have a brand to your club. It does when you have and you claim, and rightfully so, to be the pride of London. You can't be in the smaller competitions and lose them. So Chelsea need to. Well, yeah. Chelsea need to go out and they need to secure top 4, yes, and they need to go and secure this trophy because they're the best club in that competition. Are we going to slam them for it? Probably not, but as a club, they need to go out and win both.
Vator, my point was, as a football club, which one is a bigger L?
Which one? What do you mean a bigger L?
Which one is going to hurt you for more?
No. What financially, the bigger L is not having it. But if you think about the bigger L, if they were to lose not being in top 5 because an Aston Villa who have been pretty consistent for the season, or a Newcastle were in there and they got bumped out, is that an L compared to them losing the Conference League? Like that's the bigger L actually at the end of the day.
It would just look embarrassing on our behalf.
Yeah.
But if the worst case scenario was to happen, that is the copium I'm riding with.
Yeah, I don't think people should go batshit crazy.
We're gonna win everything.
Like, I don't think people should go batshit crazy. But again, it just goes back to what were the objectives for a lot of Chelsea fans at the start of the season. It wasn't either top 4 or the Conference League. It was top 4 and the Conference League. So it's one of those things where like you had those objectives at the start of the season. And again, like Vader's absolutely cooking. Like this is Chelsea Football Club we're talking about. You should be expected to win this competition. So would Arsenal if they were in Conference League. So would United. So actually, I don't know about us, but so would Liverpool. So would Spurs. So would all these teams. So it's like you would expect these clubs to at least win tournaments like that and cups like that. But yeah, it's like I don't think people should go batshit crazy. But I would hear criticism on the manager if they don't win it, because everyone's been saying, "Oh, Anthony, we're not scared of him. Betis, we're not scared of him." All that type of stuff. But then if you end up losing, then again, it's just one of those.
Did you have a parade for the Conference League?
Oh, fucking hell.
Would you have a parade for Conference League?
No.
Okay.
Europa? Would you have one for Europa?
Would you have one for Europa?
No.
Maybe back.
No, not you.
Maybe Arteta's first season or second season, but not now.
Your club would.
I don't think so. I think right now. I think right now we're at a stage where only the 2 majors would cause the club to do a trophy parade.
I hear that.
I'll be honest with you, Egal.
You planned it before. Like at least at Baku, we didn't have a trophy parade plan.
The Baku times, let's be honest, bro. That was a different phase we were in as a club. Like we haven't won anything. We haven't won anything, and we weren't expected to win anything of that caliber at that point.
Europa, you were second favorites. We were first. You were second.
Hey, we fell off.
And to be honest, you'd won a trophy 2 years before that point. You won the 2017 FA Cup.
FA Cup's easy though. I feel like FA Cup.
You have a trophy parade for that.
Wait, FA Cup's easy.
I have trophy parades for most FA Cups.
Guys, understand when we had the trophy parade back then, it was an 8-year trophy drought.
No. You had one the year after too.
It was the 8-year trophy drought.
The only reason why you didn't have it in 2017 was because of the ISIS stuff, because we didn't have a trophy parade for winning the league for the same reason.
I think the main thing is, I think the club right now would only celebrate the league or the Champions League.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think if we won a League Cup or FA Cup, post-COVID, I don't think our clubs
What if you won both? What if you
What?
won both? League Cup and FA Cup.
They did one. They did one. They did a parade, but it was also for the women's team as well. I remember that.
Yeah, but the women's just won Champions League.
Honestly, bro, if we came out of a season where we finished with 2 trophies,
I think it was the women's team won something, and then they also lifted the Carabao and the FA Cup.
Right? Because we've had like years of winning it back to back.
To be fair, you have to be in the mode. I don't know what we do. To be fair,
what if your women's win Champions League like they did this year, and you win both domestics?
I don't know. It's different. It's 2 completely different parties.
Because didn't I see you propping up being Champions League winners? Didn't I see you tweet that?
Yeah, but that was a lot.
I heard the streets are back. The streets are red again. That's what I heard.
Listen, you guys are bantering.
Anyone know where Wolfie
No,
is? Let me
this is
just
what
guys,
your
let me
guys are
just
saying,
get
not
through
me.
these and then
This
we
is what
get
your
to
guys are
Arsenal.
saying.
Anyone know where Wolfie is what Yasar is saying? Hiding? What the fuck else?
Wolfie,
January, you
Wolfie.
guys were calling for Maresca to go, is what Seven is saying.
Who's you
I
guys?
think
Lewis
we're
wasn't-
all-
Lewis
I,
wasn't
I know
called.
that ain't me.
Lewis wasn't called.
What is this guy talking about? You know, sometimes people just say stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody here was saying Maresca should leave.
Chelsea's obsession, Arsenal player interests, is what Willow is saying. Are Chelsea and Arsenal? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a long summer for you
Wait,
guys.
who's this? Who is it this time?
Tell
No,
you based on
Chelsea-
experience.
I think Chelsea are going to have a transfer window where they start active. They're a lot active earlier than us because of the what do you call it, Club World Cup. So we're not going to have similar targets. So if Chelsea go for Ekitike and like Joao Pedro or whatever they do, they're going to probably have them wrapped up before June. What is it? The June 10th deadline or June 6th deadline?
Yeah,
What-
June 10th. But that's for everybody. You lot can make moves during that period too. That's
Yeah.
why I've already heard like Cunha, Zubamendi. We've already heard about like all the Liverpool players they're getting.
Yeah, but I think Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea gets Gyokeres. No.
No?
We've barely been linked with him, to be honest. I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
Like, we've been linked with
What about
Osimhen,
Chelsea
Delap,
too,
Ekitike,
Okay,
and
I think you end up getting Ekitike. To be fair,
So
Oh,
what? He
I
ends
hope
up at
not.
Arsenal? Where is he gonna end
yeah,
up?
bro.
I
don't.
promise you, Lewis, Ekitike is not a bad player. Look into it more.
I don't think Gyokeres is. gonna win the
He's a
title.
Jackson regen, though. It's like,
No, he's an Isak region.
You
If there is a
Isak
player
region.
who can, if there is a player who 2 years from now can be the next
Lewis, he
Isak,
might trying to he might be trying to
How are we
gaslight you.
doing
He might be
regen
trying
when
to
Yeah,
there's
I've
gaslight
already
Gen?
heard some spooky stuff about him
you.
against
He might
teams
be
that
trying
are
to.
bad,
Some might be
so.
trying to gaslight
You know what? I hear Lewis. You
I'm
need
really
to-
And
not.
I've heard he's
2 months ago-
lightweight as fuck. Like, I don't know, man.
No,
No, I'm
Lewis,
kidding.
you
I'm
guys-
kidding.
you guys
He's
are
actually not a
waiting
bad
for
player
him.
because we were linked
By
to
the
him.
same
By the way,
reason-
Yeah,
2
like,
months ago
he's a
they
good
asked
player in
me.
that, but I don't think he's. I don't think.
2
Are
months ago they
Chelsea-
asked me. I said I would take Ekitike at Liverpool. Just make
Are
no mistake.
Chelsea willing to spend?
Yeah,
the
but
money?
like he would be able to create for Salah, for example. That's why I get it with you.
Are Chelsea willing to
Yeah,
spend
but you
the
need
money
a goal scoring
to
winger.
go
You
get a
know that.
Victor Osimhen? I don't think
know,
so.
but I don't think he's that guy. Say again, you go.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Are
Guys?
Chelsea willing to spend the money necessary to get a Victor Osimhen or Rodrigo? I don't think so.
It's more wages that are the thing with Osimhen. I don't think it's a transfer problem. We paid the transfer fee for him. I think it's the wage structure. But now that's gone up a little bit. That should open up a window for like a few more higher quality
Would you
players.
pay
I just
somebody
don't think
300k
Osimhen-
plus?
What?
Would you pay somebody 300k plus to come in and
Probably not. Probably not. I've heard we'd only break our wage structure significantly for Rodrigo, Kane, Isak, and some other hidden fourth player that isn't Osimhen.
Oh, so you guys are serious about Rodrigo? He wants 300k plus. He's crazy, bro.
Yeah, then we ain't gonna be serious for long. I don't think we'll break it.
You don't think he deserves
If
it?
we do
Bro,
that, then we should be
Man
looking at Osimhen.
Man City with Kevin De Bruyne leaving, they might go and give him those wages. Man City might be the team that ends up getting.
I heard Rodrigo's good centrally. It might work.
Man City might be the team that gets Rodrigo. That just means Doku and Savio experiment is going down the drain quick.
I think Savio's fine as long as he's on the left. I don't think he's good on the right.
Big up to Luke Smith who says, Osam, have you heard what happened about the parade? I'm shaking. Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to the guys as well.
Rom messaged. He said he's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to the guys as well. I literally called Callum. I'm going to try to call him again as well. So big up to you, Luke. Egal worried about Liverpool snatching in one area.
He has a contract till 2030. I don't know what these people are talking about.
You think Ranieri would want to leave with the lack of minutes, though?
Bro, he's played 32 games this season. He's 18.
I know
it's
that
like
ain't
the
who I
last
think
couple
it
months,
is.
He's clearly not had as many minutes.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
32
One
games,
second. This is personal.
I big up Ilya. Big up
No,
Ilya,
no,
mate.
wait. Before big up. First of all, didn't you say 500 if we win the league? Second of all, where have you been all season, Habibi, huh? Since August, you have not been in my chat since August. You have not been in my chat. And you can ask Lewis. I have actually been quite positive about Chelsea this season, you fraud. You see, next season, if Chelsea win the league, which is a possibility, small possibility, but it's a possibility. Next season, if Chelsea win the league, Lewis can banter me. Abdi Has can banter me. iNotes can banter me. All the people who were there during the tough times, not the ones who ran away. Even I backed Maresca this season. Even I said it's the guys didn't get him the players that he need. I didn't even criticize Maresca too tough You frauds. Anyway, he says, congrats on the league. Here's your 50. Carlo Ancelotti first Brazil squad includes Andre Santos and Estevao.
Ronaldinho, we're bringing you back to watching Brazil games, mate. Don't worry, man. We got you. Big up, Ilya.
Jokes aside, though, this has nothing to do with Andre Santos or Estevao. Looking at the Brazil squad now is so fucking sad compared to the past. This is not about Estevao and Santos. I'm talking generally. The last
But that's
time
because they ain't built their names. Give them 4 years.
Yeah, no, but I'll tell you something. I remember the last time I've seen a Brazil squad so shit was 2014. Remember 2014? It was literally Neymar. Oscar was okay. Willian was okay. Thiago Silva, of course.
Fred the
Thiago
Shredder.
Silva was the king.
Yeah,
They fucking
Fred.
had Fred.
Fred would get booed every
You want
game
me
in
to
the
share
World
it?
Cup.
But they had a good. Do you remember when Confederations Cup was a thing? They had a very good Confederations.
Yeah,
Cup.
but you remember when Fred played up top?
Yeah, but Fred
let's-
scored in
Look
that
at this.
Confederations Cup against Spain.
Let's
That's
see.
it right there.
Alisson, Bento, Hugo Souza, Sandro, Augusto, Wesley,
Ederson.
Vanderson, Beraldo, Marquinhos, Ortiz.
Mm.
Beraldo's Brazilian? I thought he-
Richarlison and Martinelli. Oh yeah, call it a rest.
But why the fuck is he calling up Andreas Pereira?
Danilo's still playing.
Yeah, Danilo.
Anthony, fucking
Well,
Anthony.
Militao is injured. Rodrigo's injured, so they haven't been called up.
It's crazy how Rafinha is basically the main man now.
Vel, the reason why I
for
didn't
now.
message you, Vel, the reason why I didn't message you is you told me you might not go. I thought you didn't go.
Wow.
No, glad you're safe, though, man.
Carlo
glad you're
Ancelotti's got a big job on his hand, man.
Yeah, Ancelotti.
People are
does
just
that
spamming in the
job
chat.
on
I don't
that.
even know if it's true.
Yeah.
Nah, don't worry, man. Give us a couple years, bro. Give us a couple years. Andre Santos don't even need a few. 2026 World Cup, he'll be all right.
DM or something.
You know what?
Estevao, we'll see. I'd give you till the next World Cup.
BBC has.
That was an hour ago, though. Are you sure they're good? I'm gonna call Callum again now in the next section.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe stop saying stuff like this in the chat, please. We're waiting for
stop.
official
Yeah,
information.
just ban them, man. Spamming that.
Big up to you, Ilya. I appreciate you, though. Thank you for the super chat. W's in the chat for Ilya, despite the fact he hid for 8 months for no reason whatsoever. He became my enemy.
Big up, Ilya.
Anyway, yeah, you should see who's Southampton 35 May. I'm doing Chelsea prop now. I'm doing
Ilya's got a
Arsenal
burner.
hate.
Ilya's
I'm doing
got a
Arsenal
burner.
hate because of Egal. Anyway, big up everyone locked in. Make
Welcome
sure
to
guys
the
are
right
liking.
side of the world.
Hey, Egal did too much this year. It's irrecoverable now. It's just Egal
No,
doing-
no. Egal, don't fall for this. Don't fall for
Every
this.
time, every game after Liverpool won the league, like the players are drunk in Dubai, the managers in Ibiza are
European
post.
heritage, mate.
Egal post, Arteta was right. I'm like, bro, the players don't even give a fuck, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, the players were in Dubai the day before. Yeah, how can that? Yeah, who gives a shit? You
Egal,
want to know
I've
what's
seen this before.
dangerous?
I've seen
Using
this.
Egal's logic, the Liverpool team that finished second is better than Invincibles. More points. Done. You want to go there? Let's go there. 97 points. Our 97-point team that finished second is better than every single Arsenal league winning side. Every single one. Let's go.
Mm.
Henderson is better than Patrick Vieira. Sit on the floor, habibi. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone, please do like the video. Everyone, please subscribe. Chelsea, we had to start with them today because obviously they did get to the top 4. I want to talk about, who should we talk about next? Should we talk about Liverpool and Arsenal together for next season?
Can we talk about Man City?
And City as well. We can talk about the title race next year with all 3 clubs, to be fair.
Yeah, there's no need to talk about my club. You guys can talk about yours.
Or
Yeah.
can I ask you a question?
Dog,
Can I
you would
mention
have
one
saved
thing?
us if we didn't.
Can I mention one thing before we
let
go?
me just segue the segment. 1,300 people in here. Likes up. Egal Talks Football, Careful Louis G, Shik TV, and Vator Games. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels. They give up their time every Monday to come join us. Absolutely incredible guys. And we'll see what we have cooking up this summer as well with all the transfer news. The guys might not remember, but Zubimendi happened straight before A-listers. But they were very understanding that day. I told them, guys, I have to go speak about this by myself. I apologize. Let's reschedule. They were very understanding that day. They actually did accept the reschedule thing. And then the whole bug on your plate thing happened. One of the most iconic videos
Yeah.
in YouTube history. Fuck Zubimendi anyway. So anyway, this is just
he's
a
an
quick
Arsenal player.
summary. Liverpool, Kerkaz, Wirtz, and Frimpong. These 3, essentially terms agreed with all 3. It's just a matter of time before the announcements start flying in. Arsenal, Zubimendi is the done deal. And they're looking now at either Gyokeres or Sesko. Just reporting the news. Do not shout at me. It's Gyokeres or Sesko. That's basically the two options. Manchester City, Ryan Deers, Morgan Gibbs-White are the serious targets. They're also looking at keepers, starting goalkeeper. They've been linked to the Sociedad goalkeeper. They've been linked with the Porto goalkeeper. They've been linked with the Garcia guy as well. Bilbao, I believe it was. So they've been linked to multiple different goalkeepers. So that's kind of the summary of all three clubs.
The latest rumor is Wolves left back as well.
Yeah,
I forgot that. My bad. Yeah,
I know he's good. Yeah.
And by the way, as well, speaking
Can
of
I say one more thing? There's something you missed out.
Livramento from Newcastle, another one.
That's true.
Livramento.
Before we get started, can I please ask one question? Is it tradition to be giving guard of honors for FA Cups and Europa Leagues? Since when did we start doing that?
That was the first time ever it happened in history.
I was quite surprised. I'm like, if I'm Newcastle,
Liverpool are a classic club.
If I'm Newcastle, I would have been kind of like, where's our guard of honor? You know what I mean?
Oh, goodness.
Personally, I don't think you should be doing that. Only the champions should get guard of honors. That's the tradition.
Yeah, but we're just showing respect to the FA Cup champs, mate.
No, but Brighton also gave Tottenham a guard of honor. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's a good thing. How's that
Did
a bad
they?
thing?
Yeah.
No, that's a good thing.
Hell.
That ain't a bad thing.
I think
No, I can't lie. I think I'm
It's
with
always by
Egal.
choice. It's not like you have
Egal is
to.
so mad at the guard of honors, bro. Why?
Yeah.
No. Don't act like I'm super mad.
The guard of honor police.
I'm just
Yeah, guard of honor.
No, yo, I'm with Egal. I'm with you on this.
I just 1 second. If I look like Sean Dyche and I was saying it's utter woke nonsense, you guys would all agree. But since it's me, obviously it's different. Bro, I just think it is some woke nonsense. Since when do we celebrate anything but the champions in the Premier League? You don't. I've never seen.
I'm just like, who cares? Who cares?
I've never seen Arsenal get a guard of honor for all the countless FA Cups.
Here come Egal, man.
I'm just saying.
Egal.
Yo, I'll be no. I'll be
Egal,
real.
Egal.
Egal, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Just
Yeah,
give
how
it to
about-
the fucking league.
Why are you saying that, Lewis? Why?
Give it to the fucking league winners. They're doing it.
Yeah,
for
but I
FA
can't show
Cups
respect
and
to the FA Cup
Europas.
champions.
Fucking, you're getting a guard of honor for Europa.
These are huge trophy drops.
Yeah, but I feel
man.
like trophy drops. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Let's say
Why
they win
didn't
next
Newcastle
year.
get one?
I don't
50
think.
years. Why didn't
They
Newcastle
should've.
get
They
one?
should've.
Be
They should've.
consistent.
They should have,
Where's
but whoever they
Newcastle?
played didn't show them the respect for it.
Yeah, they didn't want to because you're forgetting guard of honors are. You don't have to do guard of honors. They're by choice. You really don't.
It is tradition though. For
It's
the
tradition, but it's not
Yeah,
it's
when
not a
you-
legality.
when
Like you
you
don't have to do
Hey,
it.
I'm just gonna say it.
Your
I'm just gonna
European
say it
trophy,
because
you're gonna get one.
I'm just gonna be that guy. I think it's some utter woke nonsense, personally.
Fair enough.
Nah, you're
Fair
gonna
enough.
demand.
Hey,
the
how
same
about this?
thing
How about
when you
this,
win
Egal?
your
How about you?
European trophy.
How about you guys win something and then we'll find out whether people give you guard of honor or not.
Hey, I don't think the League Cup winner should be going around saying I want a guard of honor for my League Cup. I don't think the FA Cup winner should be going around saying
They
I want.
were. That's what you're missing. They didn't ask for it. The opposing club showed respect.
It's just
and
they
gave
showed
that
up and they're
honor.
like, oh shit, there's a guard of honor. Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'll just
Like,
say. You know what?
Good
well,
news, guys. I just called Cal. He's good, and the Kopish boys are all good. Tom is good. James
Love
is
to
good
hear
as
it.
well. So
Love to hear it.
Nice to hear.
Call them.
Love
Let's
to
go.
hear it.
Big up all the boys. Man.
Big up everyone as well. Hope everyone is safe as well over there. Anyway, so with these next three clubs going forward, do you think it's going to be a three-way title race next year, Egal? Actually, no. You know what? Wait, Vator. Do you think it's going to be a three-way title race next season?
And I know we got to have these potential questions, but you're asking this before the transfer windows actually even open. I know you kind of went through some of the rumors. Have we had a three-horse or a three-horse title race? Have we? Like, let's be honest here. We want to reflect.
I believe
Yeah.
we did last season.
You think last season? So
Last season, yeah.
Liverpool fell
yeah,
off.
actually, yeah,
by-
Liverpool were top, and then I was top, and then
Liverpool didn't fall off. Liverpool bottled it last year, Habibi. Forget
There was
fall
a
off.
point. There was
Yeah,
a
I'd
point.
say
in
by
the
the
last-
time you got seriously into running, it was just City and Arsenal.
No,
You
no,
also had
there was-
unprecedented
there was a
circumstances
point-
also.
There was a point with 6 games remaining where Liverpool were top, dropped off, Arsenal were top, dropped off, and then City went the rest of the way.
If there were
Yeah, but if like in match week 33, you're all close to each other, I would say
that's what I was
the
about to
title
say.
race.
If
Come
it was
on.
by week 32, week 33,
Yeah.
and we were all in the
What
mix,
game-
then
what-
yes, that
what
was a
week was
title
the
race.
Palace and Aston Villa games? 'Cause
Bro, that
that's-
was like match week 34, 35, bro. Come on now.
all right. So yeah, That was a
If that's the
three-horse race.
case, then yeah, I'm gonna say I
Yeah,
would
that was a
expect-
three-way race, 100%.
Also,
I would expect the three
the
of us.
standard has been risen too high to the point where it's not a race unless everyone's still alive in the final day. That's not normal. You know
No,
that,
I'm
right?
not.
Yeah,
saying
I don't
final
think
day.
that's
I'm not
normal
saying
either.
final day. I'm not
Yeah, it's
saying
impossible
final
final day.
day. Yeah. But again, 5 games, 6 games remaining. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I could see the three of us, and maybe a spoiler club in there. I could see the three of us that late in the season trying to win the league. 100%.
Are you worried about Man United now they got Cunha?
I'm not gonna be worried about Man United for the next 3 years, for the next 4 years, and I.
I
have
love
to
the fact
question-
Vator thought that was a serious question. He started answering as well.
That's the thing, yeah. That's the thing as well. It's
I
like-
have to. You know what? I respect Shik so much because Shik's.
They're fucking 15th, Vator. Respect my ass.
No, I
on.
respect Shik because he's not falling for the usual bait and switch or the usual propaganda. Season's over, they announce an incoming player. He doesn't care. He's
Oh,
not
yeah,
doing
100%.
content about, this is a good promising signing. This will mean this is good for our regen, how we're gonna get back to winning. He's not falling for any of that. The other United fans that are doing content talking about, Cunha, that's the right step. We're going to be building forward.
You know how I do shorts now? You know, there's people in the chat who like genuinely have actually said, told me that be careful because we're coming for you next season. Like they fully said that. I'm not even, guys. Danny, can you chill out, bro? Why are you just timing out people for no reason?
I'm not
Chill
even
out,
like I'm not even like bantering. Yo,
Chill
you
out,
United
chill out,
fans
Danny,
should not be
please.
worrying about any of these clubs. You should be worrying about West Ham, Brighton, Brentford, all these people. Go worry about who they're signing because that's our level right now. Like I'm not even kidding. Like genuinely, that is what our level is right now. But yeah, you're worrying about the wrong things, man. It's like I saw this yesterday. Ruben Amorim gave one speech talking about the good days are coming, and everyone got gassed, thinking like everything's okay. Like genuinely, bro, that was the first thing I tweeted. I'm like, are you guys like, you guys are so fucking embarrassing. Like we've just lost a European final a couple of days ago. We've just finished 15th, and it's like good days are coming. Okay, all right.
Shik, that Europa League loss could be a blessing in disguise because now it allows you to actually do a factory reset and get rid of all the dead wood.
Yeah, but do I trust my people to do a factory reset though? Do I?
They have to.
They've also lost a lot of income to be able to like have an even better reason.
No, but they're gonna have peas because Anthony's gonna be sold for money. Rashford's gonna be sold for money. Sancho, I don't know what.
Why are we talking about Man United?
Yeah, this is the wrong section.
Why are we talking about Man United in that
You
section?
spoke about United. You introduced United to the conversation.
No, I said a joke. I was joking, guys. Cunha does not make them serious. They're fucking 15th, guys.
And I was just giving Sheik credit for not falling for all that.
Yeah, I give Sheik credit as well. But fuck Sheik and Man United right now. Let's talk about the serious clubs.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's go. Come on, Vator. Where you at?
Sheik TV in the description. Go subscribe. Now, back to the
why Phil Foden's gonna get back to the best and win you the league.
See, I'm not player FC.
You have the chance to talk about the title race next season, and your first thing is Phil Foden directly.
Yeah, because unless he comes back to his best, that team is cooked.
Have you forget all this? I saw your tweet, Egal. You tweeted next season, no excuses.
No,
Can all of us on A-listers right now get a serious word from you that you will genuinely not make excuses next year?
Genuinely,
no
excuses.
At this moment in time, there are no excuses.
No,
irregardless
injuries, irregardless circumstances, irregardless anything, there's no excuses. If things don't go well for us next season, there will need to be a managerial change next season.
If things don't go well, you mean if the two majors aren't won next season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which are you talking about here? FA Cup, Carabao Cup?
No, I'm talking about League, Champions League.
Fairs.
Right. So he doesn't win any of those. Your manager out. No, listen.
I'll believe it when I see it, but
we know you guys going to switch it up.
If we do a domestic double, though, we're not.
There you go. Already first switch up. Already the season ain't even started yet.
Listen, I'm obviously baiting you guys in, but on a real, I don't think we're going to do a domestic double. I think if we win the league or Champions League, Arteta can stay, and I do back the manager. But it is getting to a point where, as a fan base, like I feel lied to. Like, how many times are we going to continue to go and say, you know what, we need to get over the line. We need to get over the line. City won it recently. Liverpool's won it recently. Out of the three of you guys, we're the team that need to face our first little taste of trophies and champions. Like, I've seen you guys celebrate to my team's detriment twice, City, and now Liverpool once. And it's just like, when is it going to be our turn? If we don't get in, if we don't go out this summer and do everything that needs to be done to get this team over the line, be it go and get that striker, be it go get that left winger, and also go bring them in before the preseason, so they don't have to gel during the season and they can gel throughout the preseason like we did with Jesus. And to all the people who say, you know what, Egal's an Arsenal fan or is he Arteta fan? No, it's always been about Arsenal. The reality is Arteta has no more excuses. This team has no more excuses, and this project is a ticking time bomb. If we don't go and win this upcoming season, there's going to be major changes going into next summer.
So,
I
hope there isn't
Yeah,
go on, Lewis. Go on.
Sorry, Shik. So, if injuries and everything isn't going to be an excuse next season, why is it an excuse this season?
No, I'm saying because what they've went through this season, they now need.
What did they go through? What did they go through this season?
Because we faced the most injuries this season.
Lewis, you're
one second, stop. Lewis,
it's a genuine question. I want to know what the difference is.
Because we went through so many injuries this season, we have to evaluate what we did to cause those injuries, and also we have to have more squad depth.
No, but you're saying, like, if the same thing happens next season, then the manager needs to be changed.
Yeah, because at this point you have no more excuses. You should be able to sign the strikers and the attackers that you need. You also should have the adequate depth, and you should also have the experience.
That couldn't have been done last season too.
It should have been, but Lewis, it didn't happen. Am I going to say here?
I'm saying, if that's the reason why he should go next season, why isn't it the case now?
Because this season, the person who's head on a
God, Lewis is putting you in a slip. You don't even realize.
It's a very good question. It actually is.
Edu leaving.
Because he's saying the same thing can happen, and then he has to go.
But the change has already happened behind the scenes. The director change is the change for this season. The next change would be no more excuses for the manager, because the director was not good enough. The person behind the scenes making the decisions were not good enough. Now, if we have the same issue going to next season, the only person left that can be changed is the manager, because the owners are not going to get changed. The CEOs are not going to get changed. So this season, with Edu gone, Arteta has no more hiding.
Why can't the guy that Edu's been working with go with him too? And
Jason Eto's gone also. Good riddance. You see?
No, as in the manager.
No. Arteta's not the problem. Arteta's never been the problem. The squad,
so what if Arteta's not back?
Let me stop you right there. Does Arsenal have the best squad in the league?
I think you don't need second
the best squad to win the league.
Second best. Did we have the best squad in the league last year?
Second best.
So
you and City
why are you guys surprised? Why are you guys surprised the team that has the second best squad finishes second?
Because your defense was that good enough that I could see you through.
If you guys were to sit here and to tell me that you have the best squad and your manager is the reason why you're not winning, I would say Arteta's the problem. But I think Arteta's raised the level of some of these players and some of the team to a level where people are expecting us to win, even though in the heart of hearts, if you were to tell them, do you think we're favorites? Do you think we're the best team? They're going to say no.
So by raising the level, you're saying, right, that those players specifically would be worse under a different manager.
I think Arteta tactically is a really good manager, and he is getting the best out of what he has to his disposal at times.
So what players would be worse under a different manager?
I'm not saying that, Lewis. You're putting words in my
mouth. No, as in, like, if you're saying he's raising the level of players, so like he's making them look better than what they are.
Yeah,
who are those players specifically?
Let me give you an example. 2022, 2023, people were saying we weren't even going to make top 4. We got into a title race. Did he not raise the levels of that team to getting to a challenging?
That season he did. Yeah.
Then the following year, you still would say Man City still had a superior team to us. People would still say Liverpool had a superior team to us. And you know something? We went to the final day of the season and we bottled it by 1 point or 2 points. Now, I don't think. If you finish the season, those 2 seasons, and you look at those in a grand scheme, and you tell me Arteta's the problem, I think you're kind of fooling yourself. Maybe if you were to say to me a more experienced manager maybe wins the team with this team, what evidence is there to say that a more experienced manager would even have this team challenging?
What? Because
I
you
hear
don't
you.
think like a Tuchel, for example, would probably get more out of the Arsenal squad and get you more competitive? Because he's also a cup manager too, for example.
Mhm.
He'd get you winning trophies.
Anyways, I think the Arsenal's issues are very glaring. It's the attack. We don't have a striker. You've all said it. We don't have a proper left
Can I ask
winger
you a question, Egal?
who can back goals.
But ain't they
Before-
the attackers he
before-
picked?
There's a reason last summer you said that Liverpool are finished because Slot is a downgrade on Klopp, even CV wise. But you never know. Slot came in, that's a downgrade on Klopp, and we ended up winning. So my thing is like you're looking at the situation. Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you, and Vator's not here to hear this, but now with us signing Florian Wirtz, I'll say Liverpool are favorites heading into next year.
You should
Like
say.
Yeah.
Wirtz, Kerkez, and Frimpong, these three right there. Like I believe we are favorites. I really do. I actually think us and Chelsea are gonna play similar style next season. I think we're both gonna play diamonds in midfield.
David Coote league title won't happen next season.
Yeah, our midfield's going to be nuts with Santos
Heard
coming
that,
in.
Lewis? Heard that, Lewis?
What?
David
say?
Coote league title won't happen. Heard that? See? See? Did I tell you in the Chelsea section? See, I know Egal as well. I don't just know you. I know Egal as well.
Nah, you know. Anyways,
How do you feel about Wirtz signing for Liverpool? Because you've had your fan base having a meltdown on Twitter.
When I first heard the news, I said it's never gonna happen. He's gonna go to Bayern or Man City, and then now when I'm hearing stuff like you guys are actually gonna get him, I'm just thinking to myself, well, maybe Bayern and Man City just couldn't what do you call it, financially do the deal. But then reality, that's just me hating. Really and truly, it's one of the biggest signings you guys have made in a long time. It's a big deal. Xabi Alonso's prodigal son, as Cam would say, is coming to Liverpool, and you guys got yourself a really good player, very young, and a prize jewel across Europe. You got one of the best German players in the world, and even with his age, you could buy him now, and in 2-3 years down the line, still flip him for like a good amount of money. Just goes to show Liverpool's recruitment this summer. You guys are already starting off with a bang. And you know something? I have a hot take on Frimpong. I think Frimpong's not going to be your right back. I think he could be your Salah replacement in the foreseeable future.
No.
Like,
No.
hear me out. Hear me out. You sign a proper left winger that can actually back goals. Frimpong could end up taking over the reins from Salah as someone in the.
Well, the reason why I say that is
He's
we're
too
not
early
linked
to
to a
say
left
that.
winger.
Things too
We're
early
gonna
to
sign a
say that as
striker.
well.
No, I hear you, but I'm saying Frimpong could transition into more of a right winger than a wing back or left back, or a right back going forward.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my.
I just think it's too early.
I think I would be naive to sit here today, as of the 26th of May, and say Arsenal are going to be favorites next season, or Man City are going to be favorites. Liverpool won the league this year; they're going to most likely be favorites. And I would also be naive to count out Liverpool next season.
David Coote is gone though.
Look,
I would also be naive to count out the possibility of Chelsea making a step up. But outside of us four, I don't see anybody else really making that level of jump. Newcastle with Champions League football, it's going to be difficult for them. Everybody else is still miles away, and I do think it's going to be a 3-horse race with Chelsea maybe picking up a couple points and making it interesting at the beginning.
Can't deny how like that run that Chelsea had in the start of the season when everyone was saying, "Oh, we're just the chill guys" and all that type of stuff. It could definitely happen again. Of course, if they get better players and stuff too. And like, of course, now you're in the Champions League as well, so there would be the pull that you have to get players is better now too, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, in terms of all you guys, like, look, I'm the outsider here. I can tell you guys are all going to be in the mix for sure. And the way Liverpool are moving, it's scary. It absolutely pisses me off because we ain't seen Liverpool move like this ever. Go out there and get replacements right away, like Robertson replacement,
Florian Wirtz, are you mad?
And then Wirtz, like this Wirtz thing was not even like it wasn't a thing at all when.
That's just not our thing to begin with. Like that's
no,
not
it's just like exactly. You don't go out there and like get those type of players, and even when you've missed out on them in the past couple of seasons. So for Wirtz to join, I think it's a big statement. And I'm saying this even as a rival, like of course it's a big statement. I don't think we as a club have ever done that. When we've won league titles, we haven't gone out there and gotten like a window like this to kind of be like, okay, we're trying to win back to back or do any of those type of things. Now Ferguson was a manager who did wonders with our team, but we never went out there, and times are different, money was different, I get it, but we never really went out there and we're like, okay, this is who we're going to go out and sign and then cement our position again to go ahead and challenge. And it's like now Liverpool, just based off of the window, are favorites again to win the league. Well, and it's one of those things where
Ferguson never went out and broke a transfer record for the club.
Ferguson definitely did that.
No, he definitely did that.
But Juan Sebastian Veron,
yeah, but it's like it's not in terms of replacements, in terms of getting a signing like this, where we signed Van Persie when we didn't win the league. Someone wrote that in the comments. We signed Van Persie after we missed out on goal difference to Manchester City. That's when we signed Van Persie. But even before that, though, like it's not been a type of thing where we're a transfer window like this with the amount of money that we spent.
Didn't you sign in January?
Yeah, mid-season. I'm talking about a season after, though. I don't think a lot of teams have done that. I genuinely don't think a lot of teams have done that.
I know for a fact Manchester City did, because they just got Erling Haaland after winning 2 league titles.
They needed a striker because Aguero they needed to replace.
They won 2 league titles and got Erling Haaland, won 2 more.
But let's be honest, they could have probably won the league title without Erling Haaland.
We definitely didn't strengthen at the top. No, I don't think they could have.
I think they could have.
Erling Haaland was literally the game changer for them, man.
But then they also got rid of like someone like Julian Alvarez too. That's just how their club is, like they rinse and repeat through players all the time. It's not like they have to.
Julian Alvarez
play for a very long time.
No, but you know what? Julian Alvarez, when they signed him, he had a lot of potential, but nobody knew he was going to be that good that quick. Like, let's be honest. I did think he was good, but the impact he had so quickly was crazy. Like, people were saying he had 2 of the best strikers in the league.
I'm just shocked with the Liverpool transfer window because I didn't
as well, even as a Liverpool
because FSG are not like this. They're not like this. They don't
found the Caicedo money.
They still have the Caicedo.
I promise you, Caicedo regrets his decision.
Okay, but look,
no, he doesn't.
Just to give you an example,
Patience is a fucking virtue, brother. Don't you worry.
We'll see in 5 years, but we're talking about right now. As things stand,
Jose Mourinho, judge him when he leaves the club.
Habibi, as things stand, he made a mistake. As things stand.
Yeah, it's early into the game. It's all good.
As things stand.
Just for an example.
Move for his family. He made the right move.
You know, Billo, I love this, and I said this to Terry even earlier on Straight Facts today. You want to know what the Vert signing proves? It proves that I was right about FSG all along, because we do have the money, but the Liverpool PR have convinced the entirety of the Liverpool fan base that Liverpool are this broke club with no money. We have the money, spend it. That's all I've asked for the last 4 years on YouTube, and now we're spending it. Do you see me complaining? No, I'm not. But in order for me to be FSG, and I need to see this consistently. I'm not even saying see Verts consistently. I'm saying at least, let's say next summer we need like a centre back, a midfielder, and a left winger. Go ahead and get those positions. Simple as. So my thing is, listen, you can say all you want about FSG and like make it a joking thing. I saw someone earlier on, and it's funny because it's Arsenal fans saying this. Kroenke's since Arteta was manager, spent like the most money in the league, by the way.
No, we haven't. Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United all spent more than us.
Tottenham did not spend more money than you.
Bro, are you serious? Did you not check the week?
We probably have.
Tottenham the last couple of years.
I think the only one that outspent you is Chelsea in the last 4 years.
I think maybe we have too. I think maybe we have.
No, you have not.
No, this past window we spent about 200. This past window.
Bro, do you know
okay, the window before that. The window before that, Hassan. Actually, wait, this window did we spend how much?
Okay, Arteta came in 20th December 2019. Okay, so let's see. Basically, club spend since 2020.
700 million.
Not
We've done this so many times.
Spend.
Okay, so where can I go to get factual information on this transfer market?
Yeah, I guess so.
So I should click since 2020.
Yes.
Okay, here I'm trying now to get it. Oh, here you go. Actually, there's something that's already been done. Net spend table since the last 5 years. Chelsea, most money spent.
Man United,
783. Then Man United. Then Spurs. Then Arsenal.
What did I tell you?
You're fourth. Liverpool are 8th. Liverpool
are
8th, and you guys are bitching about the Kroenkes. Yeah.
But guess what? Tottenham and Man United are miles behind. Chelsea just finally got back into the Champions League. Arsenal gets heavily criticized when we needed to invest that money to get to where we are. For Arsenal,
You want to know what's killing me? Liverpool made profit in like 2 years of them. Arsenal, watch this. 20 million, 140 million, 140 million, 112 million, 55 million. Well, I have some shame. Talking about the Cronkies.
Bro, that's not even that crazy. No, stop. Do the same thing for Chelsea.
Yeah, Hussam, you should check
Chelsea,
money
what do you
spent,
mean?
not
I'll go
net
to Chelsea
spent.
right now.
Read
No,
it out.
no.
Read it out.
Hussam, check money spent, not net spend. Check money spent.
I was trying to do that, but I don't want net spend.
Yeah, net spend is like that's different. That's
Net
based off
spend
of who
is-
you've sold
Net
to.
spend
but,
is
like,
sales plus purchases.
Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
sales plus purchases, yeah.
Sorting what? Expenditure grouped by club from 2020. So that's when? 1920, right? Yeah, that's when Arteta won the FA Cup. Until 25-26. Clubs from England.
Are you on transfer mark?
Yeah, I am. Clubs from England. Here we go. Done. Display selection. Let's see now. In 1920, yeah, that's the year that Arsenal won the FA Cup. So this is correct. So since 1920, clubs from England. Here we go. We'll see now when the information loads. Here, information loaded. Expenditure. 1.85 billion Chelsea. 1.16 Man United. Oh yeah, I can share right now. Hold tight. Here you go. Let's share the screen right now. Since everyone's just pocket watching, might as well.
You're the one pocket watching.
Here you go.
We're top of the league. We're top
Arsenal's
of the league.
fifth. Look at that. Arsenal's fifth.
Habibi, you're just saying, look at that. The difference between you and Manchester City is literally 100 million. Have some shame. Look where we are, mate. We've spent half your money. We've spent half
By
your
the way,
money.
look at our income, bruv. Up to the top.
But Lewis, forget even that. He's talking about Cronky FSG, right? Watch this. 550 million, 950 million.
I'm not crunky.
You want to know what 400 million is? 4 Florian Wirtzes.
I'm not crunky out.
Oh, see? At least you're honest. Fucking hell, look at her selling as well. Oh my god.
Wait, go up again. Go, I want to say 977 mil, mate. Nearly made $1 billion of that back.
You actually have more net spend than City and just 10 million less than Spurs.
Chills.
You know what I don't get?
What do you don't get, Habib? Here, all the numbers are in front of you. We've spent 100 million more than we've spent 200 million less than fucking Wolverhampton Wanderers, bro. And you don't know, and they're mad that I'm FSG out, bro. If anything, this proves I'm right, bro. Spend the money. Actually, does this include Florian Wirtz?
No, it doesn't.
No, this doesn't include. No, this doesn't include him.
It doesn't include this transfer window.
Yeah, it
What
doesn't
I
include this one.
I mean, what? It'll put you at 649. Like,
What I would say,
700. Like,
What I would say, Hussam, aren't people kind of harsh on Arsenal? Talking about our expenditure when you have Manchester United, Tottenham spending way more than us and not even coming close.
Okay, but here's the problem. You spent this
wrong areas.
and you have literally nothing to show for it. Because this is
the majority of that on defenders. That's the problem.
Yeah, and
what do Tottenham and Man United have to show for it?
No, but don't use us as a measuring stick.
Every day.
Don't use us as a measuring.
No, because I'm saying financially, Arsenal spent that money well because we're in a situation where the team is good, competitive, up there in the top of the league, challenging for the Champions League in the league. That is a good thing.
Actually, you sell players horribly. Look at this.
I know that.
101 players sold, 280 million made. Let me check our one. 285 million made on like 20 less players than you. Yeah, you sell horribly, bro. So that's why we criticize Arteta. That's right here. 944. Nothing.
Are they not involved in player sales? Come on.
No, he's involved in player buys, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how much involved he is, because if he was fully involved, we would have had Isaac. We would have got a striker this past January. I'm just saying, Arteta might have some say, but he doesn't have the ultimate say because a lot of the times that he's asked for stuff, it hasn't gone his way.
I hear it. Let me just read these super chats before we move on to final section of the day, and then we wrap up. Big up to Adam who says, you seen the news? Yeah, I did. And I called Callum. I called Tom as well. And I called I saw all these guys are safe. And I was trying to check up on as many people as possible. Big up to Jack and Sean as well. They're good. Hopefully the people who were hit are not are in a good medical condition right now. Hopefully they're well taken care of and they're okay. Inshallah. Inshallah, ya Rab. Big up to you, Adam. Thank you for the super chat. We see, all right, but this is the thing. Watch this, Lewis and Shik. Look at this. See, we just displayed the facts. We only spent 100 and 150 million more than Liverpool. Wrong. You spent 400 million euro more. So you're already you put in the super chat 1/4 of what you actually spent.
You spent 100 million last season. You spent 100 million on a player last season, Declan Rice.
What do you mean you spent only 100 million more than Liverpool, bro? We made profit, literally 80 million pound profit last summer. Here, mister, we spent only 100 million.
We made 10 million profit.
549 million euros, 944 million euros. How's that 100 million more? Come on, man. You're talking pound. Okay, you want to play that game? Let's play it. 944 euros to pound. No, you want to do this, right? 944 million euros is 792 million pounds. Okay?
Ding, ding,
How much
ding.
is Liverpool's one? 549. 549 million euros is 460. 460. So quick math. Okay? 792 minus 460 is, finish the sentence.
It's like
332 million pounds. So you're only 232 million off, which is in the Liverpool style, 5 new players.
3 Declan Rices.
3 Declan Rices. 3 Florian Verses. There you are. Thank you. Big up though, Ola. Thank you for the super chat.
I always say this, man. Ain't my money, you know.
Yeah, even if it's not your money, you can't write the wrong number.
It's just still
Sam worded his argument wrong. As a manager, Arteta has spent the most of all managers in the world since he joined Arsenal. He has been backed, just not one. As a manager, yes. 100% as a manager, yes.
You can't say he hasn't been backed. Yeah, you can't say he hasn't been backed. I always say that they spend money, but they just spend it on the wrong positions. Spend too much on the defense. Defensively, they've been fine.
And also wasted 65 million on Havertz.
On Havertz. Like, you're going to go out there and get a player.
In the club, by the way.
Yeah. Could have signed Kvaratskhelia this January. How much did he go for? What was his
50 million.
It seems like Vator isn't getting his way anyway, because I heard fucking Vator wants Gyokeres, and it seems like Arsenal are going for Sesko.
Arteta wants.
One second, stop.
Yes.
How reliable do you think Alex Goldberg is? Chelsea source.
Pretty reliable. I think he was the first person to break Havertz to Arsenal.
He said the Sesko stuff is BS, and Arsenal's number one target 100% is Gyokeres, and all the stuff. All the stuff about Sesko, he's not sure where it's coming from.
Oh, fair enough then. I didn't know that. Fair enough.
And David Ornstein reported back in February that when Berto joined, that when did he join? In April or February? Whenever he joined, he said that the number one target is Gyokeres. And Arteta, let's be honest, football's a simple game, guys. You go and get the best player available. Forget about all this overcomplicating BS.
I agree that you should go get the best players possible. Like, even for me,
if you get Gyokeres, then shit.
Yeah, if you get Sesko, we good. My feet are kicked up if you get Sesko. Completely.
People are saying, of course, Arsenal are not getting Sesko. I don't think so. I think a lot of this stuff. I think at this point, they're trying to just do that thing in the media where they're trying to say, oh, you're going to get this guy, you're going to get that guy. And it's a lot of smokescreen stories that they've heard a long time ago that they're not sure if it's true or not, but they still put out there. And
I love the fact that people just disappeared from the chat.
And the top people that I don't have no sources, but from the ITKs and the people that I know that have actual information, they told me Alex Goldberg's point holds up. And Arsenal have just been waiting for Sporting to finish their season. They just finished it in this Sunday.
I didn't say that. Oh shit.
This Sunday they just finished the season, so we're gonna escalate after that.
Damn.
Man Man United is out the picture.
Let's hope he gets
No,
that
that's
stuff.
not. I don't think that's true because they're saying Man United's out of the picture because we signed Cunha. Cunha's not a striker; he's a 10.
No.
We're
Man
still gonna
United
go
is
for
out the
striker.
picture because of no European football.
Yeah,
It could be, but hey, listen.
that's what I think as well, Sheik. It's just
I
because of
think-
the Europa League thing.
I've been seeing things though that like, oh, we're out of the picture because we signed Cunha. That's not true. Cunha's a 10. He's not
Has
a
nothing to do with
striker.
Cunha. The thing is,
That's what I think. Yeah, nothing to do with Cunha.
Arsenal right now are a better destination for him based on how our team is currently constructed, and I do think the player would also look at that as a big thing too. Well, in addition to no European football, and we could pay as many wages as you guys are going to pay him. So I do think we get Gyokeres.
No, I think you could pay.
I'm so confident we're going to get. I'm so confident we're going to get Gyokeres. I would put number 9 Gyokeres on the back of my shirt if I could.
Do it. Should do
You
it.
can. Just
Yeah.
order it.
Yeah, new kit's out anyways, right? New
I
kit
have
is
the
out.
new kit. I have the new kit.
Of course you
put
do.
my name on the back.
Imagine Egal does all that and then Gyokeres signs for Liverpool.
Well,
How
it sounds
would
for
you-
United. That was,
No, I don't think Liverpool are serious for
I think United are off the table because of what Egal said. It's not even a money thing. I think it's just the Champions League thing. I'll be honest.
They said the same thing about Cunha though, bro. Why is Cunha's gonna walk away after watching the Europa League final, this and that, and then Cunha joined. So we'll see. I think like Arsenal are the A side in the negotiations over us for sure. Like that's no doubt. I'm not even like hating.
Gyokeres, man. I think that guy is going to be a game changer for us.
I think the only thing for us is that obviously it's Ruben Amorim. That's the only thing that I could pretty much think of is that it's Ruben Amorim.
Are you excited for the future? Actually, I'll ask you now next. Big up to Adarsh who says, to Ola, Arteta inherited Saka, Saliba, Martinelli, who are amongst top 6 valued players at Arsenal and still spent 400 million more than Liverpool. Don't give 50-50 facts for your manager. Thank you.
1 second, stop. Arteta,
What?
in his time at Arsenal, spent, I think, 65 million on the attack alone.
طيب. That's not on me, Habibi. That's wrong. What do you mean spend 65 million on the attack? Havertz alone is 50.
No, Havertz was bought in the midfield.
60.
Just Jesus. Just Jesus and Trossard were the only attackers purchased.
Even if he was bought in the midfield, you play him striker, bro. Have some shame.
Okay, if you want to say we've spent how much, then what would it be then? 100 million?
You got Havertz, Trossard,
and Jesus. Marquinhos
and that Brazilian guy you sent back.
Marquinhos was 3 million. Willian was free. Sterling was alone. That's pretty much it. The attack has been dog
Hey,
shit.
you can have him back, please.
I don't want him.
Are you keeping Sterling?
Sterling is the worst signing this season from Arsenal, and I'll be honest.
Said you're going to see the best of me, and then registered no goals.
And I'll be honest, he was so finished. I don't think MLS or Saudi clubs would come for him now. If he went to the Hungary League, he'd get kicked out. That's how poor he is right now. I don't know what he's gonna do. I think he needs to go a step down to like Championship.
Oh, they kicked the shit out of him down there.
Because bro,
he's slower than a truck.
He needs to gain his confidence.
Do you want to complete the Sterling tour?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, there's only one club left: Liverpool, City, United, Arsenal.
He ain't scored at Old Trafford yet.
No, he needs to go to Spurs. Go to Spurs. Then
he's actually a United fan too. I think he was a United.
He is.
Boyhood.
He
boyhood
is.
You might love
I didn't say that. No. We're good off Sterling, man. We're good.
Come on, he's a United fan. You want United fans from
Chelsea. We don't need to see.
You need some.
Hey, Lewis, take Luke Shaw then. He's a Chelsea fan. Take Luke Shaw.
Okay, swap deal. I'll do it right now.
No, do swap deal for Palmer. Do it for Palmer.
No.
Palmer's a
Luke
United
Shaw
fan.
for Palmer is not a fair trade.
It's based off of fans, though. That's what I'm talking. Cole Palmer's a
That's
United fan.
point. No, mate.
You tell me Sterling for Luke Shaw, I'll shake your hand right now. Sterling for Luke Shaw. I'll shake your hand right now.
No, I'm good. I don't want Sterling, man.
See, he tried.
I don't want the whole panels. Okay, I can't even say that. That's pause worthy.
Okay,
I don't want everyone's sloppy second.
Stop.
Would you
I don't, bro.
Sterling's like fucking sloppy fifth, bro.
Dude, I don't want everyone like.
My brother's been passed around like a zoo.
You know
Yeah,
what
definitely,
Luke Shaw is?
bro. Like,
You know what Luke Shaw is?
real.
Luke Shaw is like DJ
You're
Khaled.
the only club here that hasn't got him.
shout out to Kaneki, bro. He has the best name for Luke
You-
Shaw. He
you
calls
guys
him
know- you
I show
guys-
calories. He calls him
You
I
guys,
show
you guys know
calories.
DJ
What,
Khaled.
what,
running-
what, 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 what,
He calls
what?
he calls him I show calories. That's what he calls
You guys
Luke.
know. You guys know how DJ Khaled was running with.
I still prefer the OG
Shout
Luke
out
Shaw
to
ones.
Kaneki,
Yeah,
man.
that's it.
Kaneki has the best
video
names out
where
there,
Luke
genuinely.
Shaw. Imagine Luke Shaw as DJ Khaled running with Aston Hall.
That Yardi show that Flawless has is elite, honestly.
Yeah, Kaneki is the
Oh
funniest.
yeah, that's
I
that's
show
really
calories.
insane.
That's actually
That's
insane, honestly.
That's insane.
Big up to everyone locked in. Listen, final topic, finished club. We're also going to be redirecting it to Shik TV in a bit. So I don't want to keep you guys for too long.
Let's get
Just
it.
quickly. Let's talk about the second biggest club in England. Worst Big Six season ever. Guys, we have 1,000 people in here. We're having a great time. We're going to be done in like 5 minutes. Can you guys like the video? Yeah? Have some shame. Yeah? Wallah, I like the video. Let's just get 500 likes. It's a free button.
Sheik, can I say one thing on this before?
Of
we
course,
start?
yeah. What's up?
I think this is a blessing in disguise for you guys.
Egal is ready to pounce.
I
fucking
mean,
love
yeah.
it.
I mean, if you think about it, bro, this needed to happen a long time ago. This should have honestly happened last season. But it's just, this is a situation. If this opens everyone's eyes, I heard some United fans saying last season too, like we shouldn't win the FA Cup because then winning the FA Cup got us into the Europa League in the first place because we ended up finishing 8th, and then we've had the season that we've had. But truthfully, what it is it's Ineos. It's the people upstairs. Like, why are you sacking a manager? I mean, why are you hiring a manager like him mid-season and then expecting him to do wonders, not giving him a transfer window in January when you clearly should have, getting rid of attacking players and making the squad even more worse when we have to compete in the Premier League and in another competition. But yeah, this needed to happen. Like, I think everything, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like genuinely, I think Bruno Fernandes can leave this summer, genuinely. And this is good. Like, these are the things that I do need to hear. I thought Ruben Amorim would come in and be on that type of thing since day one, and he kind of was with Rashford, but then he did all the foolishness that he did with, dropping Garnacho, then consistently playing him for 20 games, playing Højlund for 20 games, all that type of stuff. A lot to do is with everyone, but you're right. This did need to happen. Let me ask you a question.
Can I ask him a question, please? Very important one.
Yeah.
Very important. Genuinely. Because he's experienced.
I love this. I feel like I'm Ruben Amorim in an interview right now. I love this.
Listen. He's experienced something that none of us have experienced.
Yeah.
Before we have the deep existential conversation about Man United, on a real, now that the season is done, how does it feel to finish 15th? On a real. I'm not even trying to banter. Look at me. I'm not even laughing. I'm being dead serious. Because like all of us here has had bad seasons. Lewis finished 12th. Egal, I think 8th. Our one was 8th as well. So like, genuinely, how do you feel when you see Man United in 15th? Like, what?
Bro, absolutely. Like, this is absolutely embarrassing from top to bottom from everyone. I think everybody in this club should look at themselves in the mirror. Like, first of all, you guys had the season that you had last season. You're not a 17th place squad. The manager himself, with all the hype that he had coming into our club, you're not a manager who can, who's pulled off a team with 17th place like this. And Ineos too. I heard we're supposed to go out there and get the best of the best. That's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe told me. That's what all these people told me. And this is how we behave. Like, these guys have just come into the club and we were fighting relegation this season. So that should tell you everything. But again, with my own 2 eyes, like Assam said, I've never seen a season like this. I was crashing out right immediately after the Europa League because I still kind of feel this at times is like, I don't know where our club is going. Genuinely, I don't know what the future of our club is. I don't look at anyone at our club.
Hell
yeah. I mean, I don't like, I look at everybody in our club. It's, the board, the players, the manager. I have trust in no one, not a single person. And that is a very, very worrying thing. And think about this, like, Ineos have just got here. They're not going anywhere. Ruben Amorim is not going to get sacked. I told you guys months ago, he's not going to get sacked regardless of whether we win or lose the Europa League because they banked the whole entire season on this. Why would they tell a manager it's now or never, tell him to come to the club, and then also tell him that say these things like we need to sell, to buy, not get him players in January, and then sack him off in by the summer? It wasn't going to happen. It's like we knew he was going to end up staying. Now the thing is that our next 4 to 5 seasons, like next couple of years, depend a lot on this window. Depend like genuinely a lot on this window because they're looking to reset. We are not in, we're not in Europe, which means we're going to play 1 game a week, which also means that you can trim down your squad quite a lot. You can trim down your squad to 20 players, this and that, or whatever the squad normally is. You don't have to rely on squad depth for all these different competitions. So there's massive work that needs to be done. Am I excited about Cunha? A little bit, yes, of course, because now I don't have to look forward to Garnacho playing. I don't have to look forward to seeing some of these other guys playing.
Yeah, I have
we
a
have a
right
lot-
to be excited about Cunha.
Can I-
Yeah, of course.
Can I add one thing?
Mhm.
Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho, Bruno, Eriksson. Are we talking about potentially Casemiro, Kobe Mainu? How many of these guys do you think are actually going to get
Who are gonna
Yeah.
buy all this though?
So no.
And
so
how much losses
realistically-
are they gonna make objectively? Garnacho academy player doesn't matter. Even if you get 50 million for him, pure profit.
We're gonna make a
Højlund,
based
you're gonna
off
have
of
to take
Bruno.
Everything's
too, we're gonna
Saudi.
make a profit.
I got the list
Saudi,
here.
Saudi.
I got the list here, Hussam. Let's just share it.
No,
Yeah,
but the thing
Shik,
is,
give us
just say
price
this?
tag.
Can I just say this? Can I
Go
just say
through
this?
it.
And also, Shik, you're a very realistic guy. Can
Yeah.
you not just say sell to everyone? Like be
Yeah,
objective.
I'm not.
You know
I'll
you're
be
gonna sell
realistic.
everyone.
I'll be
So what are you
realistic.
saying? Tom Heaton
Like
gone?
Heaton, I'll let you talk for every single one. But Heaton, as an
Heaton's
example, already
staying.
know he's staying.
He's
Okay?
staying.
Go on.
Andre
go on.
Onana, I mean, we heard reports the other day that he got dropped in the final game. So, and he was apparently also told to leave the club. And Ten Hag, if you're listening, come get your guy, bro. But I think that Onana can leave. I think Bayindir can leave. Diogo Dalot's staying. That's his favorite guy. Johnny Evans probably is going to leave, but he's probably going to leave on a free. Harry Maguire, as much as I hate this, he's probably going to stay. Lindelof is
Okay.
leaving. His contract's running out. Luke Shaw's leaving. His contract's running out. De Ligt is staying. Mazraoui is staying. Martinez is going to stay. Leniero is going to stay. Fredrickson, Heaven, Amas, Dorgu, all these guys are going to stay. Casemiro is an iffy because if the board is talking about cutting wages, he's on very high wages at this moment. So if that is something that they end up doing, then it's maybes. But I want him to stay, to be honest. But
Give us more likely. He leaves or stays.
more likely. More likely, I think he stays. More likely.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a year. Maybe stays one more year. More
Ugarte?
likely.
Ugarte.
Ugarte stays. This is a tough one, bro, because considering how he was treated in that Europa League final, I don't know. It could be a thing where Ruben Amorim, what he's doing to Garnacho, does the same thing to Manu, just tells him he's not part of plans. Although I don't think the club will allow it, so I'm going to say he's going to stay.
Okay.
Collier
obviously.
stays. Eriksson's contract is run out. Bruno
Next
Fernandes.
one is very interesting. You think they're gonna accept the money?
I think they will. Depending on if the contract is big enough, I think, like, if the transfer fee, depending on what it is, if these reports are true, I think they will, and I think they should. And you should not listen to what Ruben Amorim is saying. Be a competent board. Get rid of him, because no one else out there is going to pay 100. No one out there. That's what I'm saying. No one out in Europe is going to pay 80, even 70 for a 31-year-old midfielder like Bruno Fernandes. No one's going to do it. So if Saudi's coming around with 100 million, 80. Accept it, bro. It's a no-brainer.
Mount?
Staying. Unfortunately, he's staying. Leaving.
Okay, wait. So Garnacho, that's 7.
Yeah.
Diallo staying, obviously.
Diallo staying. Xerxes staying. Rasmus Højlund could leave. Cheeto is staying.
So we have 8
So
departures.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's just say, let me just say this. Let's say all those people that I just talked about, departures. Well, some of them are
7,
running out their contracts.
9, 10.
Okay, so
10.
from these 10, let me take out Eriksson, Shaw, and Lindelof, because they're not Shaw, sorry. Eriksson, Lindelof, Eriksson and Lindelof for sure, because their contracts are running out. We're not going to sell them for anything.
So
If the rest of these guys go for at least 30 million, I'm being like kind and say like they're going for 30 million. That's 240 million.
Hey,
in
don't forget
Nice.
Sancho, Anthony,
Yes.
Rashford.
Yes.
Also.
Yes. So let's talk about that too.
Sancho might not be bought by Chelsea, though.
Let's talk. He's not going to. I think
Chelsea
he's
is
already.
really to take him back.
BS rumor so far. Season.
By the way, I
isn't even
think
over yet.
that picture of Sancho celebrating like crazy when they got top 4 is so hilarious, because but does he know? Does he know? Like,
we gotta keep him after that.
yeah, like I'm
We
just
gotta-
like, does he know? Does he know? But anyways, yeah. So just those 8 players that Egal just mentioned, if we be kind and say 30 million, and Hassam, I know you were saying this, like who's gonna buy them, bro? It's out of the question now about profits or losses. That's the thing. We get too.
No, I'm not saying who's gonna buy them. I'm saying some of them will be profits, like Garnacho.
But that's where I stand though. Is like I don't care if they're profits. I don't care. Get rid of them.
Yeah, but Højlund, you bought them for 70. You're lucky to get 20 now. I'm not.
Yeah, but then at the same, like if Bruno goes for 100 or if Bruno goes for 100 or 80, it's a profit on him because we signed him for around 50 to 60, and we're gonna sell him for like 80. Garnacho, same thing. Some of these other guys as well. But again, I'm at this point where people need to stop being accountants when it comes to our situations. We're 15th in the fucking league. We don't care about losses. We don't care about profits. None of that. All we care about is getting these guys gone, and that's the most important thing. And right now, I'm like to what Egal was saying. I am kind of happy that it took this for all these players to come out and say the things that they were saying, and all of these guys immediately being linked away. But again, it's like I can sit here and be happy that there are conversations about all these guys going and all that type of stuff. I have to see it happen. Like that's the thing is I have to see it happen.
If Scott McTominay and Luke Shaw show anything, a lot of teams across world football should be lining up to try to buy some of these Manchester United players because
for sure. And I know Anthony is definitely going to be looked at by a lot of clubs just based off of the season that he's having. Scott McTominay was the great example, of course. I know Rashford's going to probably go for around 30 to 40 million. That's what everyone has basically been saying. Onana, same thing. So yeah, it's like we're going to do a massive clear out. Like I know it's going to be there. If
goes to Italy, bro, that guy's going to cook in Italy.
But I could care less where he goes and all that type of stuff.
Wow.
Like,
here's the thing. I hate when people... Can I say something?
Wow.
You want to know, Egal, why I hate that statement? You know when people say... I think it was actually Lewis who first brought this up on the Back Again podcast 2 years ago. Bro, even if you sell a player and he does well at the next club, it has fuck all to do with me. Can I tell you why? Because he was shit at my club. And that's what counts. Like, you want to know something? I can't wait for the day that Nunes fucks off the club. This summer he's leaving. I will fully do a celebration stream that Mr. Nunes has fucked off the club. 100%. It will be one of the happiest days. I'll be just
leaving party. Let's go.
100% Nunes leaving party. Here's the thing. Let's say Nunes signs for Atletico. He scores 25 goals. Couldn't give a flying fuck. You want to know why? Because he was shit at my club. I don't care.
1 second, stop. And he won you the league. Respect him. Second of all, when it comes to
can you have some shame and can you not go down that route?
Literally, he won you.
Can you not go down that route, please?
He won you the league. Don't lie. He helped contribute to win you the league.
Don't lie.
That is a fact.
Yeah, so Nunes has a better Premier League legacy than Saka. You're correct. Anyway, carry on.
He does, and I'm not lying. That's true.
Yeah,
am I going to banter? Is that banter? It's the truth.
No.
Does it hurt me?
No.
Does it?
Anyway, so does Jaden Dance. Anyway,
who the hell's that? No,
a Premier League champion, mate.
Wow.
Harvey Elliott, better than Odin.
The championship.
I want to hear that name as PTSD.
Anyways, my point is you guys are missing my point. My point is not about you caring what other people do at other clubs. It's the perspective of those players succeeding at other clubs. Now more teams look at Manchester United's situation and say, you know what? I'm comfortable shopping there.
With Man United specifically, yes, I hear you 100%.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because the moment they sell a player, he actually does well elsewhere.
Yeah. So let me give you an example. There's a team in Germany, Frankfurt. They sell players all the time because their players blow up. And sometimes they don't do well, sometimes they do well. But it doesn't change the fact that teams are going to look at them and say, you know what, I'm not going to buy from there. Manchester United, the players that have been leaving Manchester United, that have surplus that requires at Manchester United lately, have gone on to be very decent at their other clubs. Yeah. So I do think more clubs will look at Manchester United's players this season, especially with Scott McTominay winning Player of the Season in Italy, and say to themselves, you know what? Maybe Manchester United are just not using these players well, and they can come into our system and take off.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe playing at Manchester United is a big task for you to do. It's like there's immense pressure, and you have a lot of expectations every single week, every single match. It's one of those type of things. But I'm not defending it. I'm like a lot of the guys that we've signed shouldn't have been here. Like
or your structure just doesn't allow success from.
I'll be honest with you, man. Man United, like I think it was Egal who first when he spoke, bro. They need factory reset. That's
we do, and it looks like we're on the trajectory.
Like
they need to get relegated.
Sell better. They need to buy better.
I
think forget Cunha. Cunha is very good.
Not even for banter.
I don't listen to that nonsense. I actually don't, bro. I don't think you have to. like get relegated in order for a club to have a reset. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
they don't have to get
For
relegated.
United, yeah, for United.
No. 1 second.
no, it's
stop.
not. I don't
Stop.
think you
Stop.
have to.
Stop,
I genuinely
guys.
don't.
Can
Do
I-
you
can
guys
I- can I
know?
say why?
You guys know who
Yeah,
the
yeah, let
head?
me hear it.
Do you guys know who the head of the PGMOL is? A well-known Manchester United fan. There's
Howard
no way
Webb?
Here
in
we go.
hell.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell Manchester United are ever getting relegated with the referees.
Shik, you enabled this in the Chelsea section. Just so you know.
This is crazy, bro. Like,
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Listen, let me
Big
just.
up the PGM.
Egal,
so,
Egal, you
so
are
based off of that
undefeated.
same logic, why don't we be winning a lot of games?
Allow
Because
it, Egal, allow it.
PGMO, United fan, all that type of stuff. Why don't we actually get like? Why is it that we got that West Ham decision and all those type of
خلاص,
things?
let me
Like,
just read this 2 super chats.
I'm just saying, like I'm just.
You wanna
I
get
Egal,
know-
you're very shameless. خلاص, allow the PGMOL thing, brother. Let me just read this 2 super chats and end the stream, please. Liverpool should swoop in for Gyokeres. Lol, Arsenal fans' heads would melt. Yes, and this one right here. Oh, he would melt. He would completely melt.
Not gonna
100%.
happen.
We're beautiful. Big up Vator. Ryan Deers is a done deal. AK, you're watching my channel now again, huh? There you are. I love
Hey.
the fact when people come back at the end
Got
of
it,
the
okay.
season. You know?
No. I'm on the show. City fan.
He was there yesterday on Ahwa, mate.
Okay. Hamza was there. Exactly.
He was in my comment section the day before as well. You were not there. You wanna know why? Because it's the end of the season, so the fans come back.
Nah, I've seen.
Bring
him.
it
You know the one fan base that has not come back to this channel? Man United fans. Big up to BIG who says, is Wirtz world class? Alvarez will pick us over Arsenal. World class is, I wouldn't go that far, but he's definitely elite, or okay, not elite. He's definitely top class. He's the tier below that, top class.
Alvarez.
World class is a big word. I think there are a few world class players in the whole league, bro. World class is a big word. Like Salah, Rodri's world class.
Yeah,
That's
Holland.
I think you're mistaking
I just gave
world
2
class
examples.
with
Victor,
elite.
stop it.
World class and elite is different, no? I
I'm sure it's
categorize elite higher than world class.
It depends.
You know
It
what?
depends on categories. Anyway, big up
Fine,
to you
Mark.
guys. This was an entertainable stream. The stream is going to take over to Shik TV, Mud Brothers. You get me? Spurs
watch
win
me get cooked
Europa,
on that
Chelsea
stream
get
too. There'll be
Champions
a
League,
Spurs
United
fan,
finish
so.
15th. The Mud Brothers.
More
This
sheep
is
cooking
very
over there.
specific.
Brother, I've just been getting cooked everywhere I go. Man. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. But listen, I ain't like some fans.
Man
who
said
just
I'm gonna
go,
get cooked in my own backyard. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'll
it is
tune
what
in.
it is, man. I've been getting cooked everywhere, but I'm not like certain like there's this one specific Arsenal fan who's hiding, and I'm not like him. So it
Who?
Ooh.
was Tony
Eli.
on Flawless' channel. Tony on Flawless.
Tony.
Ooh.
Big up
Where the fuck
Tony.
is Tony been?
I mean, he was on Northside's. He was on Northside's channel before he showed up.
Northside lost his shit. Imagine Benfica bottled the final 1-0 up. He went nuts.
Bro, this guy gets no joy in this sport. It's
Portugal, Cape Verde, Benfica, Arsenal. Fucking hell.
pick a struggle, man.
That's like Staffy, New York Knicks, Man United. It's crazy. Anyway, Carefree Lewis G, Vator Games TV, Egal channel.
This time
Shik
next
TV.
year, next week we're gonna be European champions out the Chelsea.
Conference League champions.
Conference League.
UCL winners, man.
UECL.
No, they took the Europa out this season. Actually, last season it was the UECL.
You know, I
They
cannot.
got rid of it. It's the UEFA Conference League. It's the
You guys
UCL.
over on Shik
It's the
TV,
correct
man. I'm not
acronym.
entertaining this. I'm not.
It's
Drogba
the correct
did not
acronym.
score.
Am I
Drogba
lying?
did not score against Neuer at the Allianz for this right here. Anyway,
Yeah,
love you
that's
guys.
a different acronym.
Love you guys. Yeah, I'm not entertaining this. Peace out.
Hey.